What's going on, friends? It's Anton Daniels, and I gotta have a conversation with you guys about Teach Henley because you see how the sun is hitting me. This is no finesse, no makeup, no filters, no none of that. This is 100% Teach Henley. I use it in the morning as soon as I get up, right after I pray and brush my teeth, jump in the shower, and I'm hitting the streets because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So even though they're giving you 40% off your first order, 20% off for life, even though you may get a free gift, forget all that, right? Because we would do this even if it was full price because it's worth that much. I'm in the streets, I'm kicking it with people when I see Dusties everywhere. You don't want to be them. You want to separate yourself. And the way that you separate yourself is self-care. Ladies get it for the fellas. Fellas don't wait for the ladies to get it for you. I'm about to hit the streets right now and I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling great. I mean, I already got confidence, but to have that extra boost of confidence, knowing that you've taken care of yourself and you set yourself apart from all of the rest of the sheep that's walking around making bad decisions on a daily basis. And it's reflected in their actions. It's reflected in the products that they use. It's reflected in the people that they follow. And so if you're trying to level up, if you're trying to make sure that you look good, they're going to send you the pack. They're going to give you all of the instructions on how you're supposed to use it. Then make sure you get your Teach Henley. Again, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. Get your free gift. Make sure you tap in with your boy Anton Daniels because Unc is never going to lead you wrong. I would never have you use a product that I don't use myself. Again, they've been rocking with me for a long time. Make sure you get your Teach Henley. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later.
Hello, guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to today's Wednesday show. I hope you guys are having a blessed day today. Make sure you hit the like button because it is free. If you are interested in joining the panel, you have to DM me on IG and just say panel. We do have some returning guests. As you know, Jessica, if you want to go follow her at itsme_gorgeous. Of course, you guys know Shampoo. If you want to follow him, go follow him at Ash Shampoo. We have a new guest, Ari, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where can the people find you at?
You can find me on IG, TikTok, and YouTube at Aidens_mommy.
Okay. Thank you for that. And we have another new guest, Sophist. Where can the people find you at?
Yes, hi. That's Instagram Soulfist SV or YouTube Soulfist Gaming. That's you can find me.
Okay, thank you for that. And then we have a returning guest, Carmen, as you can follow her on IG, Carmen.Diaz92. Thank you for showing up again. And then we have a new guest, Stan. Where can the people find you at?
You can find me wherever I'm on.
Do you have a name people can look you up, like IG or?
You running from the police. You running from the police.
No, I'm not on any of that.
Okay. Okay, he said don't follow him. Okay, and then we have a returning guest, Serenity. You can go follow her at workout_envy. And then we have another new guest. Dang, I know I asked you how to pronounce your name. Saradel? Did I say it right? Saradal. I think I said the same thing earlier. Okay, Saradal, where can people find you at?
I'm on IG at now at NYL and number 3.
Okay, thank you. And you guys definitely know Anton Daniels, so make sure you go follow him. All his platforms, including the Millionaire Morning Show, which is tomorrow morning. How are you guys doing this evening, panelists?
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, well, thank you guys for joining and reaching out. Okay, we're going to start off with the icebreaker regarding cheating. Okay, so let's watch this little clip and talk about it.
Okay, so here's the thing. I said I wasn't going to do this, but some people just they ass need to be put on blast. You've been paying my car note for over the last year and a half, and you get mad in your feelings. You know what we got going on. You're whole married, and I'm about to expose your ass if my car note do not get paid. Now you not answering the phone. Don't make me go here. Don't make me go here because I will. So, hopefully you see this message because I know you be following my page. Let that note not get paid by Friday. Let it not get paid. Your wife, your kids, and your career be over with. Try me if you want to.
Should a cheating man pay for her car still?
Wait.
You know?
That's Big Sean right there.
Why was it insane?
I mean, she threatening his wife, his job, and all of that. That's kind of crazy.
The answer is
Oliver
no.
Arnold.
Wait, so it's
not the
crazy
fact
for
that
him,
he's
but not
cheating.
for him for cheating? I'm confused.
Right.
Well, no, he wrong for cheating, like straight up. But at the same time, it's like, how's she gonna try to come at him when she signed up for whatever the hell they got going on? Like,
But he's at fault for even issuing that in. I have literally no sympathy for men who, one, cheat, but then two, this is the type of women that they choose to cheat with, and then they get mad at the repercussions that come with that. Women like that are going to be women like that. You got women who are vindictive, who want to split the family up if it don't work out, or who want to take the place of the wife or who the girlfriend or whatever. But at the end of the day, I feel like the man is 100% at fault. One, he should have, if he was going to cheat, a lot of men just cheat to cheat. They don't necessarily cheat up or cheat with a woman who's not going. Some do, but, and I'm not condoning cheating, but like I said, I have literally no sympathy for him, and I blame him 100% for getting involved with that.
when people cheat, they don't think about cheating up or down, though. Like, they just do it.
And that's the issue. And then they run into issues like this, and then they want to cry wolf when shit hit the fan.
So we don't care about extortion. We don't care about no other illegal, because remember, it's not illegal to cheat. All right, it is illegal to extort somebody. It is illegal to do that type of thing. So while we appreciate your moral compass, if we deep dive into this a little bit more, you don't think that it matters that somebody is willing to break the law to take advantage of somebody else, and we can justify it because he did something that you don't morally agree with?
I see what you did there.
No, I'm just asking a question.
At the end of the day,
I'm not giving my opinion yet. I'm just asking a question.
Can I give my input on that? Because I like.
No. Hold on. I would like to know.
Let Jesse go first.
I want to know what Jess thinks about that.
So I see what you did there, and of course, I would say legally, yeah, should you be extorting somebody? Absolutely not. However, had he not even issued that situation in, the thought of extortion wouldn't even be a situation because you wouldn't be cheating in the first place.
So I have permission, so to speak, and I use that term loosely, but I'm speaking figuratively, to do something to you. If you do something that I don't morally agree with, I have permission to do something illegally to you, because I wouldn't have the ability to do that if you had never broke the moral code, right?
Can I add something?
Go ahead, do your thing.
About 15 to 16 states are going to be classifying cheating as a misdemeanor. So it is eventually going to become illegal to cheat within marriages. Is it morally correct? No. Will it be illegal? Very soon, yes. So regardless of legal or morally correct, Jess, I agree with you. I think that you suffer the repercussions of your actions, just like anything else. It's the domino effect, right? You push one, all of the chips fall. If you've joined in a covenant or a union and you cheat on your wife, these are the consequences.
Let me ask you a question. How can you prove cheating? Like for example, how can you say what? How can a state, right? Let's look at it from a law. How can the state say that somebody cheated? Because they don't know the criteria by which those people define a marriage. They don't know any of this stuff, right? If I come after you for trying to extort me, you can't then say, well, you did something illegally, because you don't know what the agreement is between me and the person that I'm with. So how can you even enforce that as far as a law is concerned?
Well, right now, go ahead, Jess. Sorry.
I was saying you do have alienation of affection. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But that is also
that means
a
that most of y'all women going to jail then.
I think the guy that
I had a nap today, so we're gonna get this in.
First of all, I think the guy that I think he should pay that car note. That's first off. I think if I was him, I would pay that car note tonight.
What?
On track and you know what I'm saying, so everything will be regular again. Because I don't really blame her Now that I think about it, because he started that. He started that monster.
Yeah,
So
that's a fact.
now he can't cut that monster off. It's like somebody. It's like a drug dealer, right? And he likes this certain girl that comes gets drugs from him, and all of a sudden he gives himself a free. All of a sudden says, "Oh, now you got to pay for it." Now she gonna go to the police and snitch on him because he didn't, you know what I'm saying, fulfill his what he's been doing. Now if he never paid her car note and she said, "Pay my car note or I'm going to," and he cheated with her and never paid her car note, and she said, "Well, my car note needs to get paid or I'm gonna tell your wife." That I think is illegal. But him already doing it all the time and then stopping for whatever reason, she almost has a right to say, you've been paying for this ass all of this time for a year, and now you're going to try to get something for free? Nah, brother. Nah, I'm going to tell your wife and I'm going to tell your kids. I kind of agree with him.
I hope he pays it, and I hope she snitches.
And to answer
I think they both have something to lose. They both have. He got his whole family to lose, and she got that car to lose. So both of them are at fault.
That's why I kind of feel sorry for the senator, Adam Swalwell. I think that those women knew what they were doing, but now it turned into now with some serious charges now, because he did say he cheated, but I didn't do that. But
under the legal term, Anton, how you would define cheating is adultery. And adultery basically means having sexual relations with someone outside of your marriage, who you're legally married to. So that's how you would classify. That's how you would classify cheating.
Well, that's
legally.
That's the simple way to try to approach it, but I don't think that you would be able to actually define that because again, people live alternative lifestyles. It's white men that love gas to cuck they chick. It's all kind of stuff that goes out. So you can't necessarily use that as justification to be able to prove cheating. That doesn't necessarily apply.
But what if the wife says, what if the wife said he's cheating to the police? Like, you know what I'm saying? Anton? The wife.
Well, again, that's a whole nother conversation, and we can go there too. But first, let me address the first thing that you said. I don't suggest he pay her anything. I think that you're right about the fact that suckers gonna do what suckers do, right? So the fact that he even started paying her car note in the first place is really where the real problem is, because he created the monster, right? And he made her feel like this is why guys don't spend money on women. We don't mind this out. This is why men choose to opt out of marriage, because now y'all trying to use that as leverage against them when that was supposed to benefit you, right? That's number one. Number two, this is how you create a monster, because when you start to look out for somebody, they then start to feel entitled to it. You create a person that then feels as though they deserve to have access, or they deserve to have more from you than what you actually are really required to do. And this is why guys that don't give a fuck about women win. This is why guys that more or less operate on a selfish spectrum win, because the less that they care about you, the more you pine for him, and the less they have to actually do for you, because they haven't created this environment that then you feel like you don't look at it as, oh, okay, you know, he just looked out for me. The last nigga just left me with a wet ass. You now are using that as leverage to try to extort him. And so whereas somebody looked out for your little dusty ass, now you want to try to use that against him and try to fuck up his family. And I think that the real issue is that women are demons, honestly.
He didn't fuck up his own family?
No, he didn't. Women are demons.
Stop,
You know, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Don't do that.
I'm gonna tell you why.
He signed up for it.
Yes, he did.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. It's a strong possibility that his chick ain't going nowhere. But the fact that you are intentionally trying to ruin somebody and extort them is what makes you a demon. People do stuff all the time, but people don't intentionally try to ruin other people's lives. And y'all think that y'all can get away with that because y'all women. That it's not even the act of what is being done, it's the intention behind what your mindset is that makes you demonic. it makes you an evil person because you want to try to mess up somebody else's life. And the only tool most of the time that y'all have in order to do so is y'all pussy. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it demonic.
He didn't intentionally
the
cheat.
why. If I kill somebody, I can justify it depending on the context, right? If I go out and I try to murder somebody because I'm a serial killer, that makes me a monster. If I kill somebody in self-defense, that makes me justified, and I need to be, and I'm really a hero. I'm a protector, right? So the why behind why you're doing whatever you're doing, it matters. And so that's why they have different sentences for premeditated murder. That's why they have different sentences for manslaughter. That's why they have different sentences for all of these things, right? But all I'm basically saying is that when y'all talk like this and y'all say, yup, he should do that because he cheated. That is the reason, one of the reasons, the mindset of women today, why guys are saying, fuck that. I'm not getting involved with this woman because who she is when I see her at the dinner table is going to be different than who she is when she becomes my chick.
I mean,
but he signed up for that though.
I was just about to say that.
Signed up to get extorted. Because if he didn't sign up for that, right, then he wouldn't have these problems. And I'm not saying like he chose to cheat. Forget the cheating. It's the fact that he chose to pay for whatever the hell he decided to pay for. I
he said that created a monster.
Because if you think about it like this, you wouldn't betray your partner that you're doing whatever you're doing with, right? Why would you betray the woman that you chose to marry and sleep next to every night? It don't make
he's sense. Wrong. Look, nobody is justifying his behavior for being wrong, but that don't mean that you can extort somebody. You are thinking just like the women and saying that it's justified for him to get extorted and for something that illegally happened to him.
He shouldn't
pay something that illegally happened to him because he did something wrong with the person that he was with. That don't give you permission to do some shit to me.
That's true. But unfortunately, he chose to deal with this person, so he got to take this L. That's his L to take.
Listen, I already said from the very beginning, I wouldn't pay her shit.
I wouldn't
even if you've been paying. Wait, but even if you've been paying, if she said what she said,
let's say I don't believe that he should have been paying her card in the first place. But let's assume that you've been paying. Once you threaten me, fuck you.
Yeah, facts.
I'm with that.
I'm never gonna negotiate with a terrorist ever.
And she also said that she was gonna ruin his whole career. So it wasn't just breaking up the family and breaking up his personal life. She also said, "I'm going to mess up your entire career, your entire livelihood, which messes up the livelihood of his family."
I wouldn't pay her.
So can I give like an input on that?
Matter of fact, the first thing that I would do if I was him is I would download that video and I would make sure I send it to the police.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. And then say I never was with this. I was with this woman and I had sex with her a couple of times, but now she's trying to extort me. And this
is she gonna go to jail for extortion though?
I would. Matter of fact, the fact that since we're gonna use justice logic, I would go ahead and say, yo, I feel threatened for my life. I think that she's trying to kill me. I think she's suicidal. I would then send it to her job.
Yeah, get one up on her.
I mean, if y'all want to play that,
we match
the manipulator one-on-one.
I like that. Send it to her job. Yes.
Listen. Guys got to stop being on defense. They got to start playing offense. In 2026 and going forward, we to Golden State Warriors.
You wrong.
Not the current Warriors. The one with KD and Clay and Steph. You got to be the Golden State Warriors.
We ain't doing that, bro.
You got to be a shooter. You can't be the person that's with the shield trying to be defense. Everything is 100% offense 100% of the time. No more negotiating, no more talking back and forth, no more giving them chances, trying to make sure that they good. Fuck that. Go all in, and once you identify the threat, you got to neutralize the threat.
So let's talk about another hypothetical situation since we're giving out hypothetics here. Let's say hypothetically all of the states make cheating a misdemeanor, not just the 15 or 16, right? In that case, what will be your offensive position? You both are in dealings illegally. let's say
I get a
hypothetically,
good lawyer. I'll beat that shit. What you gonna misdemeanor? Nobody give a fuck about a misdemeanor. I eat that. I'm eat misdemeanors.
But the point is,
every day.
The point is that it's illegal. I mean, let's just say the point I'm trying to get to is that they're illegal. Let's just say, right? Let's say it's a felony. How about that? Let's say it's a felony, right? Both actions are illegal. Extortion's illegal. Cheating's illegal. What would you do?
Have you ever in your life seen anybody get charged with a misdemeanor for cheating?
I have seen. I have seen some legal terms getting thrown around in divorces, where the man has, and this goes back to my statement that this goes back to my. Let me finish my point. Okay. This goes back to my statement that lust destroys legacies, right? You guys, regardless of right or wrong, legally legal, like that's all subjective right now. But what I'm saying is, let's say hypothetically, both of them are felonies. What are you doing at that point?
No, we don't do. No, we got to deal with reality. They're not felonies. It's not a felony to cheat. You can't add
right. But I'm giving you a hypothetical.
You can't add sauce to it to try to make it more credible.
I know. I just want to know what you would do in that sense. Let's just say we're throwing out hypotheticals here. So I'm curious to know where your thoughts are behind that.
I want to know how far you're willing to go and how much you're willing to sacrifice yourself in order to get this off.
Man, take it on the chin, bro.
No, ain't no taking no L's.
100%.
We taking no L's going forward. There is no taking it on the chin. The reason why they feel like they can get away with it is because the stuff that you saying right now, when you keep making it okay,
does it really matter though?
They feel more empowered because they don't feel like people like us is gonna stand up. I want to know: are you willing to sacrifice your whole life for this shit?
I could build another one. I could build another life. I'll be cool.
No.
That's what cheat. That's the question you have to ask when you cheat. That's the question you have.
I'm calling all.
That's the $1 million question.
As long as I'm living, I'm working.
You better be holding a full house. You better be suited up.
I'm gonna flush that shit. Believe me.
I don't think so. Not
Take it on the chin.
I don't believe you. I don't believe not one word you saying right now because you the one that's saying that he need to eat that.
He do need
but eat what?
What you gonna do with her?
You think that he should keep paying her car note?
No, I already said he should not pay her car note. But what I'm saying is,
what does eat that mean?
You can't actually stop her from doing what the hell she's gonna do.
What does eat that mean? What does eat that mean?
I think he's saying eat the L. Like she gonna call your job, call your wife. She's just gonna do it. So
I'm gonna let you wait. I'm gonna let you go on and live your life regularly.
Forget what I'm going to let her. How I'm going to stop her?
Another man, because now she got the blueprint. Now this is what she going to be looking to do.
He ruined his own life.
No, let's be clear. Now she got the
blueprint. She ruined his life,
and she's going to be doing this to every single person that she
gets
in a relationship.
They both ruined his life.
So my question is, you telling me, right? Let's assume this is me. You're telling me that I need to lose my job, lose my income, lose my family, and let her roll off scot-free.
When you cheat, you gotta deal with the consequences.
Karma.
More than likely,
are you telling me that's what I'm
you know what loses me about that though?
Wait. And she's supposed to roll off scot-free?
Bro, it's your L. Like, unfortunately, it's your L.
Is it a yes or a no?
It's yes.
She'll get her own karma.
I have never seen such simp talk in my life.
No, it's
She'll
not.
get her own karma.
I'm not saying that you're. I'm not saying that you're a simp. I'm saying this is simp talk.
You're doing simp stuff.
I have never seen this level of pandering on
this. Let me explain.
You're gonna have to refresh my memory. I haven't seen this level of pandering in my entire life.
Let me explain. It's not about whether or not he should pay the car note or go back to fucking with her and getting things back normal. Bro, like, you beefing with a chick that is willing to fuck with a married dude. Like, bro, like, you already in the mud, so you might as well lay in it at this point. Like,
just lay down and die.
But she should get something too.
And let her get in the car and drive over you too while you
on social media. What you doing? And more than likely, you not finna lose your job. More than likely, the most you gonna lose.
Some jobs you don't know.
Yeah, you might.
That might be true.
But this guy didn't.
What state?
I'm from Cali. I'm from LA.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you gonna lose.
Remember the CEO who cheated on his wife and lost his job? Some jobs have a moral clause in their contract. So
but who's to say that this nigga even got it like that though?
I mean, he can afford to pay her car note.
I don't care if he's the CEO, and I don't care if he make $50,000 a year. That's his money.
That's cool.
him,
but you can make more money.
No,
But no,
He
see,
can lose both of them chicks and be
what the
alright.
fuck
I
is we
promise
talking
you.
about? You
Yeah,
giving-
bro,
you
you like,
telling
'cause
me
you
that a chick, you supposed to let a chick just drive over you and
just take all your money.
How you gonna
That
stop
don't make
her
no
from
sense.
talking? Like she gonna
I just
talk,
told
like,
you.
did it.
I just told you we shooting all offense. I'm sending it to her job. I'm filing a restraining
Well, I don't
order.
But that's
know.
I'm
not your
filing a
energy.
police
I'm not
report.
interested in going
I'm
pound
filing
for
a police
pound. Why are
report.
we going
I'm
pound for
Snitching on your
lying
side
on
chick is
her.
crazy.
I'm a lie on her. I'm gonna do
This nigga
all
talking
the
about lie
things.
on her. AD,
That's like a lot of work, though.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
If
stuff.
I was him, and I saw that post, I would tell my wife that I did do something with
There you
somebody, and then he'll have the power to say "f you" to her.
Yeah,
But if he wants to keep it,
Hey,
wait, hang
Shampoo.
on. If
Maybe
he
that's-
wants to keep it, if he wants to keep it secret, he's gonna unfortunately have to pay. Now, what I'm saying is, she reminds me of somebody that will say, "You raped me when you didn't."
Yep.
Come on now, that's extreme.
Get upset.
That's extreme. If you gonna be a
bro.
Mac, you gonna be a
But
Mac.
that's
Whole
wait, hang on.
conversation of being able to ruin somebody's life is extreme.
That's
Ain't
why
nothing
his own life.
extreme about nothing
That's
that's
not
going on
gonna
right
ruin
now.
his life though. That's
It
not gonna
does.
ruin this nigga.
So wait a
life,
minute,
though. It's
losing your
not.
family,
No, it's
fucking
not.
up with your kids, somebody telling on you losing your job and your income, that don't ruin your life.
that's
He didn't
extreme,
think
bro.
about that
The
when he was
most you
knee
gonna
deep
lose in
in.
that situation.
But
is
No,
the
you
woman
gonna
that
think
you
about
married,
it
bro.
That's extreme, bro.
when I get
He
done
should
with
have never
it.
got with a side chick.
Y'all gotta start letting these chicks know from the jump. I will
Or
fuck
just be
your whole
players.
shit up. I will fuck your
So,
life up.
Anton, why?
I will
Well,
ruin
that's
your life with your
but-
family.
One mic, y'all.
but
One
I
mic.
will
Honestly,
ensure that
who's
you never ever
right?
work in this state, in this country again. I will make sure that I follow you everywhere you go and send videos to your employer. Man, I don't know what the fuck y'all
But
talking about.
Anton, but
Y'all be
Anton,
playing
pound
games
for
with these
pound, though.
chicks,
I don't
bro.
Who's to
understand
say
that.
she's not
That's
gonna
why
say
they get away
anyway?
with that shit from talking to y'all. See,
But
I don't play that
Ain't
game,
nobody-
bro.
First of all, bro,
Yeah, but-
it don't make sense, AD. It just
It do
don't
make
to me.
sense. It do
No,
make
it
sense.
don't.
Yes,
Because
it do.
I'm not finna go pound for pound with no chick at all.
No, you're right. I'm gonna go way
I'm not
overboard
finna
than
send nothing
anything
to
she would
her
ever do.
job or nothing like that. You
I'm
want to
doing all
take
of
it to
that.
hell. I'm not
Absolutely.
interested in doing that. That's
Absolutely.
well, she gonna try to take you to hell. Why you ain't taking her to hell? You should
Because
take
he
her to
a lot of
hell.
work.
Is he
bro.
pandering,
Real
I'm not
talk.
going to hell.
That's a lot
He
to do.
pandering.
But what
No,
if
we
he
not.
does pay her a car note and she still tells on him anyway? She has
That-
Why
all
would
Should've
you
been
pay the car
cheating.
note?
That's
I
why
would
you
just
just
take
tell
it
your wife
off.
what you did on Shampoo
Like he
Shit.
needs to
One
tell
mic,
his
y'all.
wife.
One mic.
That's it.
That's
What
why
if
you
he's in an
just
open
tell your wife.
relationship though? If he's in an open relationship, it don't matter. That's probably why he don't care about not paying the car note. His wife probably already know.
No, I don't think he's in an
Nah.
open
No, we can't assume
relationship.
that.
Nah.
She know too
nah.
much.
Okay.
But the
We haven't
problem
seen his
is
side of the story. We just seen her side.
and we never will
Everybody's
see his
speculating on
side.
the guy.
We never will see his side. But the thing of it is, when dudes are, most guys, when they marry and they cheat on somebody, they cheat on their wife, they tell the girl that they cheating with how much they're in love with that girl that they cheating with. Don't just think they just be going and having sex with them and leaving like they some G nigga like that. Nah, they be like, I love you. What you want me to do? What you want? I need you to pay my car note. I need you to pay my car note.
right there.
But hang on. I need you to pay my car note. Oh, no problem, man. Matter of fact, you ain't even gotta ask me. I'm just gonna sell it to you every month and blah. That's where they go wrong. They fall in love with them. They fall in love with the girls they cheat with. I know he said that time.
I don't know if he did or if he didn't.
She wouldn't be
I don't know
that
if he
bold
did
to
or if
talk
he
like
didn't,
that.
but if he paying her car note, then he probably got some level of
he got bread.
status or something. Some
No,
level
nah,
of
man, if
he's
he
higher
paying
up.
her car
He
note,
paying her
he
car
love
note.
her.
But you gotta
He take care of his whole family and then paying her car note. He a little bit higher up
He
on
love
the
that girl.
totem pole.
One mic,
So
y'all.
he might not care if she say something. His wife probably already know. He probably in some kind of relationship where he can move freely, and the wife gonna most likely stay because he's taking care of the household. So it is what it is, man. He
Why
probably
do y'all
don't care.
assume that? Why do y'all assume
If it was
because-
open, she wouldn't have threatened to say
Yeah,
anything about
he would
it.
have told the side
She
chick.
might not know it's open.
No,
she might
y'all be
think
more
she's
honest to the
in some
side
kind of
chick than the
secret,
main
and he
chick.
like
So
just playing her.
No, y'all be
Everybody's speculating up here. We don't know the facts because we ain't see his side of the story.
You could tell by the way she's talking that he's not in an open relationship.
Exactly.
She knows because he told her. He probably gave her some rules. Don't be texting me at 9 p.m. And he told her all that stuff. Right. So she took all that information.
All right, I see that. I see that.
Unless y'all having kids with the person, don't fuck with these women. Like don't.
Or just don't cheat.
No.
Have big discipline.
Well, that's the ultimate.
Ain't nobody about to be faithful to you non-sex having chicks. Like half of y'all chicks,
hey,
half of y'all chicks like to withhold sex during your marriage and all of that shit. I can't tell you how many guys I didn't coach that chicks try to be with. Ain't nobody trying to be faithful to these raggedy hoes.
Well, you know what's crazy?
Hold on.
Hey, Anton, listen. You know what's crazy?
Hold on.
Anton, you religious, right? You're religious, right? You're Christian?
Let him talk. Sit down. Chill out.
Hold on. Y'all don't even know how to be wives no more, bro. Y'all don't even know what the purpose of marriage is no more.
But men set the tone.
You're right. And that's why I'm telling and that's exactly why I'm telling them right now.
The men are the problem.
That unless you are having children, do not marry these women. Don't think about it. Don't blink about it. Don't let her convince you about it. You see what their mentality is. You see how vindictive they are. You see that they're presenting you with their best version, knowing that they have an ulterior motive and they're willing to ruin your life. The nature of who they are is rebellious. You can't tame them. Make sure
that's a blanket statement.
Make sure you're right. It's very blanket.
We're talking about the video.
Make sure you stay out of these women's ring ceremonies. And don't ever, under any circumstance, marry them unless you plan on having children with them. Other than that,
marry this man because they cheaters and liars.
Other than that, leave them alone and let them suffer under the guys that, because it's gonna be the other guy that actually care about her that she gonna ruin his life. The dude that don't care nothing about her, that's the dude that's gonna be able to get everything.
Yeah. And she's having sex with somebody like that. Anton, she's having sex with somebody like that.
That's a fact.
She having sex with somebody that don't do nothing for her.
Okay, well, I just want to say something. Just because, excuse me, just because that's your opinion doesn't make it right, because that's not a majority of women at all, right? There are a lot of successful Black marriages. You should have one, and Shampoo, you should too, while you guys are sitting up here married.
I do.
Yeah, okay, great. So, okay, great. So we know.
But
so let me just say this, because a lot of the times,
women that got a different mindset from a completely different generation.
No.
This is
Hold
not.
on 1 second.
We married chicks before that we met before the 2000s, so it's different.
Okay,
well, being married don't got nothing to do with that, though.
I would love to have Rita on one of these episodes so we can get her point of view and her perspective.
You'll never get it.
Yeah,
keep it off of that.
But
I speak for us as a family. You'll never get that.
Okay, even if she's not going to join the podcast,
ask Q. Q can speak for her. Ask Q. She know all about her. Q and Q are really cool. Go ahead, ask Q.
Okay, great. Q. If for any reason Anton was to cheat on Rita, what would be her reaction? Because I know the scorn of a woman, and usually the scorn of a woman is only activated after the repercussions of an action that a man has taken. And a lot of times we get the brunt force of these types of
questions. Serenity,
on
really
these platforms. On these platforms, that's extremely damaging.
Is this a question? Is this a soliloquy?
No. On these platforms, these types of opinions are extremely damaging. And for you guys not to be hurt men in successful marriages, I'm really disappointed that this is the opinions that you guys have of women, most women, because that's not all women. I can assure you all of the women on here don't have that type of mentality.
Well, you can't assure us.
And you can answer the question.
How
I'm sorry.
Can you assure us of that? You don't even know these women.
I know Jess. I know Jess personally. We hang out all the time.
But you don't know.
Wait. So you know Ari?
I don't know them, but let me go back to Q. I want to hear her question. I want to hear the answer. I want to hear the answer.
I know you are a very smart girl, and I know how you. I know how you strategize.
How would Rita respond if Anton cheated?
Do you know Carmen?
If Anton cheated, how would Rita react?
I really want to answer this.
No. We gonna get to that. We got time. Do you know Carmen?
I don't know any of these ladies besides Jess.
How can you guarantee that all of these women is going to be?
We'll talk about it in just a moment. We'll talk about it in a moment. Okay, Q, you got the floor.
We'll come here.
Perfect.
I don't think Rita is gonna be reactive. I don't think Rita will be reactive and make a whole spectacle on social media. She's not
right,
that type.
Financially, what would happen?
What do you mean? Financially, they're married.
I'm just curious, if he cheated, would she break up with him? Even if she's not making a spectacle on social media?
Anton, we can't use Anton as an example because Anton is in a whole different situation.
Anton,
a lot of women would rather.
It's hard to answer that question because he's not a cheater. So I can't answer that hypothetical.
We talk about hypotheticals all the time. These are scenarios. These are our opinions. We listen to clips. We see clips all the time, and we give our opinions on them. So you know what would be the reaction.
I got you, but Serenity, they got a white man this man lost his whole government. He was on track to be the governor of California. He was in Congress, and he lost everything because of allegations that he says that's not true. Yeah. And it was no investigation and nothing. Women always win.
I got a question for you, Shampoo. And this is one of the things that's so mind-boggling about men who cheat, and we're going to focus on men who cheat. I understand women cheat too.
But they're cheating. The women are cheating too.
I just said that, Shampoo, but I want to focus on men because that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but you said it low. You said it low. You said that part low.
Women cheat too. It was that.
Don't say it like you said it.
Hey, Jessica, I thought we were talking about should he pay for her car, not cheating.
No, that's the issue though. I've been saying from the beginning that the issue was some cheating.
I'm trying to understand what the point is that she was trying to make.
Yes, the point that I'm trying to make is that men will literally. Oh, well, go ahead, Serenity.
What's up?
What was the point that you was trying to make?
Oh my God.
Serenity thinks that a guy should do life in prison because he cheated on his wife.
Life in prison is crazy.
I'm trying to understand what was the point. What was the point of the question?
You're a comedian. I'm just inquisitive. I like to ask questions. Isn't this a conversation?
No, I'm asking. Yeah, it's a conversation. That's why I'm asking you the question.
Yeah, I'm just an inquisitive person.
I think that we might have got maybe towards the last of the great women. Honestly, and I think it was of the previous generation. You had to have met her before 2000.
That's a bold statement.
I did.
So I have a question for the men, though.
Give me a second. You've had to have met her before 2000. Oh, bedtime time. You had to have met her before 2000, and she had to have a certain type of mindset. I think that today, going forward, you'd be hard pressed to find yourself in a positive situation with a woman that you met today. I don't think that guys today has it in their advantage in any way, shape, or form that is beneficial for them. If you are a successful guy and you're not necessarily looking to have kids with her, I don't see how you can win by marrying a chick with the mindsets that women have today. It's damn near impossible to win in this environment.
They too distracted.
Well, if you're rich, getting married is stupid. It's pointless. There's no reason to do it.
It don't matter if you're rich or rich, bro. You can be regular. I don't care. You don't have to be rich. I'm not just speaking for rich guys. I'm saying in general. I don't understand what they show y'all every day on these panels, on social media. Why would y'all even engage in that way with these women? Why would you do that?
Well, if I speak from experience, it's because like I am married. My wife is awesome, and I love my daughter. But I am the.
So you got a child with her, right?
Yeah, we've been married for
this is not
4 years. Well, yeah.
So this is not applicable to you. Because I specifically said if you're not looking to have children with her.
Yeah, it's stupid. There's no point. There's no reason to do it.
Oh, even you agree with me.
I mean, so men
men benefit more from marriage, though.
there's a lot
not
of benefit.
true, but okay.
Men benefit way more from marriage than women do. And then even to add, I'm still mind boggled at
How
the
we
fact when are men
benefit?
going to realize.
Wait. Jeff, how we benefit? Y'all get older.
There's literally
Well,
no point.
studies show that
That's crazy.
studies show that typically men in marriages, they tend to have better health, they tend to live longer, they tend to have better lives, a better
But there's a reason for that though. Like the reason is because men who are married.
Well, y'all didn't even let me finish my
Watch
point.
this. Let me see something.
My apologies. I'm sorry.
So let's say you're single right now, knowing everything you know about marriage, and also observing everything you see happening out here in these streets, right? Let's say you're not married right now today, however you want to frame it, whether you no longer with the person that you're with or you had never gotten a relationship in the first place. Would you today, and if you chose not to have children, like no more, you don't want no more kids, would you get married again?
No. If I'm not having children, there's no point. Like there's no point if I'm not having children.
Men can never be alone. And at the end of the day, let's just say if a man is widowed, he's usually always remarried.
No, yes,
women typically don't get remarried.
No, listen. I got a question. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Like, hold on. I'm gonna be so honest. I want to say one thing real quick. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I love my wife to death, but like I sit in this room and play video games like all day long. We don't talk that much. When we do talk, we do, but I don't need her like around me all day. No man does. We could sit there. No, I'm being so. We could play sport. We could watch sports, play video game. We could be alone all day, every day. So that's really not something we need.
Now they want to shame you. Now they want to shame you because
I don't care because I'm married. So like I don't.
But are you married first, or did you have a child? Which came first?
Good question.
My child is not a bastard.
No. Okay, so you got married first. So you didn't get married because
you didn't say that. You didn't say that.
No, you said the child's not a bastard.
What difference will it make?
Hey, Jessica.
It makes a big difference. Her without her having a child.
No. Don't bring her on. Don't bring her on.
Jessica.
Don't bring her on, bro. Don't bring her on.
Jessica.
Don't bring her on, bro.
I have no reason to lie about that.
Don't bring her on, so just let her rock out, bro.
I have no reason to lie about this.
You don't have to prove nothing to nobody.
No,
Don't
prove nothing. But he married her first without her having a child.
Yeah, well, I'm not about to raise nobody else, kid. What the fuck?
Oh, so was she pregnant before you married her?
No, I'm saying I married her because she was childless.
But was she with your child when y'all got married?
He just said she was childless and he married her.
Yeah, he was childless.
So he chose to marry her.
Why y'all making this much more difficult than it is?
No, that doesn't mean she wasn't with child.
She want to make him wrong. She want to make him wrong. She want to make him wrong.
Hey, Jessica,
my wife said I had no children. My wife had no children. We got married, then we had a child.
Great.
Yeah, same here. Same here.
I don't think men benefit more from marriage.
You plan on having children with her, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like this off the rip, when the man gets married, he's the one who has to come out his wallet to pay for the engagement ring.
Barely got him.
The engagement ring.
Now, a lot of times y'all need our
help. That's just the way it is. That's the way it is.
Like he's coming out his wallet, so. He's not benefiting more than her. She benefit more than him. She gets security. He don't get no security marrying her.
No love. That's no love. You're in denial. No, women are coming out their pockets too. And let's keep it a bean. Women typically are the ones who go down in marriage. They typically live shorter lives. They're typically more stressed out.
Y'all get the benefit.
Men benefit.
Y'all get all benefit. The man go to work every day.
Studies on
the man go to work 12, 14 hours a day, slaving in the elements.
And a woman,
come home, have a nice home for you to live in.
Y'all talking over each other.
Y'all gotta do one mic.
How is it that men benefit from marriage?
Let Sarah Doll finish first because we can't. His mic a little lower. Go ahead.
No, we just talking to each other, Shampoo. We're not talking over each other.
No, I understand, but it just sounds crazy.
Yeah, we can't hear all y'all talking.
Oh, okay. But Jess, I'm saying the man from the beginning has to come out his pocket, has to do the most to get this woman to marry him. He has to go and ask her, hey, would you marry me or whatever. He expected to get down on his knee. She don't gotta get down on her knee. She can stand right there and look at him and be like, no or yeah.
Well, you
He
all you gotta
getting
do
up
is
a
really
lot. He
all
benefiting
you
the
gotta
most.
do is frame the question differently for her, right? If you want women to understand something, say something that they said, but frame it differently for them. Okay, cool. Well, if men benefit most from marriage and women actually suffer from it, why do y'all still want to get married? Why are y'all still seeking
Because
a husband?
a lot of women want children. A lot of women want a family, so
You don't have to get married to have
You don't have
they
children.
to get married
endure
for that.
these things
You
so
don't have to
that
get
they
married to have
can.
children.
But but
Why
not
would
every
you
woman
want
is
something
unhappy
that's
in her
bad for
marriage,
you?
though.
Why would you want something that's bad for you?
Facts. Don't
A
make no
lot of
sense.
women want children. Why? Okay, so I can ask the same question. Why
No,
men
no, 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 no,
who
no.
cheat? Why would you want something that's
Don't
bad
ask the
for
same
you?
question. Answer the
Come on
question.
now, it could go the same way.
Don't ask the same question. Answer the question. Why if this is the way that you're framing it, why do you want something that's bad for you? Is what I'm asking.
It's such a loaded question though, Anton. A lot of women want children, but a lot of women want children the traditional way, right? So if I want children the traditional way, I want to have a family. There are certain things that people just endure just for the sake of having a family. That's not to say that every woman isn't happy in her marriage, because there are definitely people who strive and are happy in their marriages, but there are people who are just in marriages because one, they do have kids, because I do want to have a kid and I don't want to have a bastard kid, or I don't want to spend the rest of my days alone. So yes, there are some things that people put up with just for the sake of being in a relationship, having a marriage, or having children.
So you're willing to live less, suffer more in order to not be alone, is what you're saying?
There are some people willing to do that.
No.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
You know why? If this isn't the biggest lie that I've ever heard in my entire life, bro, like you're just saying this because you want to try to justify your argument. You don't believe it. Women don't believe it. If that were true, none of you would be interested in
It
getting
is
married.
true. If you
But you
spoke
know
to a
what?
lot of married women,
You know what's true? You know what is true? That y'all are purposely trying to get married because you know that it makes your life easier. Y'all tired of suffering.
how?
You're tired of needing and depending on only
Anton.
yourself. Y'all getting laid off. Y'all losing jobs.
Anton, but we still coming out our pockets.
Y'all lonely. You're lonely, but you're not. But
Men
it
are
doesn't
the
mean
loneliest.
you're lonely, but you're not getting. You're not getting sex, right?
Men
So
are the
you still,
loneliest.
so you're still having sex, but you're still lonely because the person that is having sex with the majority of y'all don't give a fuck about you. And
Yeah,
the
he
nature
leaving.
of
Men
who
are
you
the
are,
loneliest though.
the nature of who you are, being alone doesn't mean that we're lonely. Men are built to be. Didn't you just hear Soulfish say that he
Bro, we men are not lonely. That is some
And then that's
bullshit.
why
he don't
y'all
have to
die at the
necessarily
nursing
say
home
nothing to
by
her?
yourself.
Listen, that male loneliness epidemic, that's just some bullshit feminists
That's
made up.
the
Men are
biggest
No,
so
it's
lie
not
ever,
happy
bro.
bullshit. It's
being by
real
themselves.
life.
No, listen. It's correct that there are a lot of single men, but these men they don't care. They're working
And that's
out,
why nobody
they're
come and
walking
visit
You
their
don't
them.
dogs, they
think,
playing
man?
video
Hold on,
games. They
wait.
don't care. They're not
You don't
unhappy.
think that these guys, if they really wanted to, right? I could be single tomorrow and I could be married next month if I wanted to. Most of these guys, if they want to be married, they can be. That is the biggest lie ever. I
That's a
don't
lie.
know
That's
a
a lie,
guy. I
Anton.
don't
Because
know a guy who can't be married if he wanted to. That is not.
okay, but the
That is not
difference is
it.
marrying their dream woman or marrying a scragamuffin. Yeah, they can go marry a
Now it's the married
scragamuffin,
dream
but a
one
lot
from
of
the
the women
family.
that men truly want, they can't get.
Where's this goalpost going? Because I know
So
you're
hold on.
not gonna
Can I just say, because
Sorry,
this
it's my
whole
joke.
I just want to say, like, a lot of the dudes that I personally know, like, I'm very associated to a lot of people you're talking about right now. These dudes, I've never heard any one of them complain about not being in a
Not
relationship.
one.
They're just alone. They're walking their dog. They're working out. They're going to work. They're playing video games. They don't
Why would
care.
he vent to
Every
you?
guy that I know in my
Why
personal
would he vent
life,
to another
whether I
man?
grew up with
What
him in
I'm
high
saying is that
school,
they are not lonely. Lonely is
whether
an
I grew up with him
expression.
in high
Lonely is what
school,
you.
Can I add something?
whether or not we just cool because we met at work.
Can I
There's
add
not
something?
one guy that is single that do not have a woman that is saying, "Hey, why you ain't give me a ring yet?" Or do not have a girl. Man, my homeboy, it's this chick that is a physician. She is desperate for this nigga to marry her. And he just chilling. He like, man, I love my life. She make more than him. He ain't tripping about it. He just living life. I don't know any guy personally, and I know a lot of guys in real life that cannot go get married tomorrow if they want to. So when y'all say this shit that y'all hear from other people that say it on the internet, I be wondering where y'all get y'all information from, bro.
But that's the equivalent to saying a woman can go screw any guy she wants to.
Don't mean that they lonely.
So I really hate to see the men versus women debacle all of the time, but I think ultimately, as human beings in general, we are communal creatures, right? And we all long for some sort of relationship, whether it is marriage or not. I think the marriage you guys are referring to is civil marriage, but there are several different variations of marriage, such as religious marriage, common law marriage, monogamous civil marriages, polygamous civil marriages, and the list goes on, right? But ultimately, we're human beings and we are communal creatures. We long for liking and companionship. That's all it is.
From all of them. Don't do none of them. Don't do common
law. Get married.
Don't do poly, whatever y'all just defined today. If you're not having a kid with her, walk away, bro.
You should get married.
But there's religious marriages. There's in-faith marriages. There's in-faith marriages. There's arranged marriages. There's forced marriages. There's so many different types. And I can see that you're holding a pretty strong stance on civil marriages. But I mean, everyone lives a different life. That's your opinion. So many other people don't think that way. We
all giving our opinion. I don't have to qualify it by saying it's my opinion and know that it's my opinion. Like, you're giving your opinion right now.
But you've made a lot of blanket statements about don't marry women and, all of these things. And I just think ultimately we all want companionship. And it doesn't have to be defined by a specific legal term or legal paper.
And what makes you think that they don't get companionship?
I'm not thinking that they don't get companionship. I just said ultimately all human beings long for companionship. We are communal creatures. But they
don't all got to be married.
That's my point.
And I want to know how does Soulfish play video games all day? How do you pay your bills?
Because I'm not about to discuss my finances with you, but because I do. It's just that not all day. I don't do it all day. I do it when I have the time allotted to do it.
I got you.
I do it when I have the time allotted to do it. No, but the reason to answer your question for real is because my wife she doesn't harass me about it. We do spend time together, and then she also likes her space. So we don't need to be in each other's face all day.
That's how my wife is.
So when we hang out, we do. When we don't, we don't.
That's how I like that. Yeah. She's not needy like that.
No, she'll sit on the couch wrapped up in a blanket and watch Grey's Anatomy.
Because a woman that's needy like that and depends on you like that will become more vindictive because she's dependent on you for her whole existence. And if you slip up or slip into some other girl, she gonna go crazy and accuse you with all kind of stuff because you messed up her whole life. No, bitch, you should have had other interests. You should have had other interests and stop putting everything on me.
There might be truth to that statement. That sounds like a lot of work. I rather just sit at home. I would never, so I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah, I see what you're saying.
But I've never, you know what, you're right. I've never had a friend that says, yo, do you know any girls like yo? Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't never ask me like, yo, I want to get married too. I never heard that either.
They really don't. And the guys I was talking about what Anton was talking about. I'm not talking about dudes who I'm talking about dudes who are what you would consider probably squares or something. But even with that, they really not stressing. They don't care. They'll just play video games and read comic books all day. They don't give a fuck. They're not bothered. This whole loneliness thing, I don't know where that comes from.
Can I ask a question to the men?
Yeah.
Anton, you muted.
I don't know any guys today that'll say, "Hey man, you know a good girl you can hook me up with."
That's what I was trying to say. I never heard. Yeah, I never heard that.
Anton, back chasers don't be saying that. I've definitely heard back chasers be like, "Oh, where are the good women at? Anton, you got any friends?"
All right, I hate to say this, but if you hear a guy say that, ladies, that's a play.
Here I am, back chaser.
If you hear a guy actually say that, I can't find no good women. If you hear that as a woman, I need y'all to know that that's a play. And I don't like to give the plays out, but it's a play.
Wait, why do you think that's a play though? Men are struggling to find good women though.
But they wouldn't admit it though. Okay. They would never like.
They wouldn't
There's
admit
way
it.
more good women than men.
No,
though.
like that. You the L you would take for admitting that you can't pull the L you would have to take.
Podcasts like men say it's rare to find a good woman. Like
no, they would say it and discuss it, but they wouldn't come to anybody and talk about how they can't pull. They would never do it.
Oh,
they would never do it.
Hmm?
Why do men risk their whole legacy for some vagina? I would never
that should
understand
be good,
this.
baby. That should be good. That should
Okay,
be
so
good.
I want to give you an example, right?
It's because we
I
communal.
wonder when
Ain't that
men are
what you
going to
said?
realize
We
that
communal.
cheating is never worth it. For an example, the football coach, I think he's the football coach who was cheating on his wife.
No,
and then
he
Kev
loved
on
that.
stage. No, Kev on stage actually just did an interview not too long ago where he talked about he was actually made fun of by his peers for being faithful to his wife, but by being faithful to his wife, he was granted so much favor in his life. But a lot of men who tend to cheat, they live in chaos.
Jess.
Because those men don't respect
Hold
their
on,
wife.
hold on, Jess.
So why do men choose chaos, ruin their legacy all over some vagina?
They don't respect their wife.
If that is true,
Which are
what
the
he
most
said,
logical creatures. I don't know.
I'm gonna explain. You asked a question and now you're trying to answer your own question.
Well, I wasn't finished asking it.
You asked 1,000 different questions. You got to ask one at a time.
I want 1,001.
If that's what the Kev on stage guy said, he's a liar. He's a liar.
No, I think
no guy teases his friends for being faithful.
They did talk about him for being with one woman. They're like, "Oh, you won't got no."
This is
no
the biggest.
son.
This is that's from. He's telling y'all that because he's pandering to the audience. Can y'all not see when niggas is running game on y'all?
No, they can't.
Well, I'm gonna give you an example.
You think? Hold on. You actually think that he was sitting there as a church guy, and his friends was like, "Man,
them the main cheaters.
you dumb for being
some of the
faithful
main
to her,
ones.
man." Do you
And
not
men
know
do
that these niggas is pandering to y'all on these podcasts?
Anton, no, that's not true though.
Well,
That's
AD, I
not
don't think
true.
it
A
happens
lot of
like
men
that,
who
though.
cheat on their wives, they meet up with each other with their chicks. I know a lot of stories with men who had wives who were cheating, and they all had girlfriends and they all met up.
Jesus Christ. No guy teases a guy in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 20s for being faithful to their wife. That is not a thing. No
In your
friend,
20s, it'll happen.
no friend is teasing their friend for
I
being
said
faithful to
peer,
their wife.
your peer.
Women
I didn't say
actually
friend.
do that more, Jess. Women will encourage you. Women will lie for each other while they're cheating on their husbands.
That's not the point we're making, though, Carmen.
The point that you're making is that they encouraged the cheat. They were making fun of the guy for being faithful, right?
Right. So what does got to do with women?
I've never seen that in my entire life.
You said women do that. I don't think
never
so.
seen that.
They don't. They don't do it. They don't make fun of for the guy to be
Like they clowning you for being a good dad. Like, I don't get that.
I have never seen that in my entire life. That either he's lying or you're lying. One or the other.
No, it's actually you want somebody to send you the clip. I can send you the clip. So I'm not lying.
Well, he's lying.
Oh, he got to be because it's the interview he did. So,
man, my friend teased me for being faithful to my wife. What?
Peers. It's not synonymous.
Okay.
I don't think it happens like that though.
I
Like
think we live
if
in
you
a
talk
parlay
about
zone,
like your peers or your friends like clowning you for like not cheating or something like that, I think it might look a little differently. Like not like actually like teasing you like haha. I think it's more like damn bro, you ain't finna come through over here. Like, oh, she got you on the leash type shit. Like
yeah,
but guys that do that, they don't have nobody when they do that. They trying to make you miserable like them. Not when they do that.
I don't think them niggas is miserable either though. I think they just living the lifestyle that they want to live. But that's what I said. If depending on who you mess with, if you're not gonna betray your homies, don't betray the chick that you chose to commit to. Hold your words. Like that's all it is. If you're gonna say something, hold your nuts and stand by it.
No, I agree with that 100%. If you're gonna promise somebody monogamy, you need to give it to them.
Or your homie, like just hold your nuts, nigga.
Yeah, but if when a dude gets married and he's in love with his wife, and he sees something that he wants to have sex with, he doesn't think he's cheating on his wife. He's just going to get something off real quick. You don't know.
That's a demon on your
back.
No,
that's wild. No, he's cheating and he knows he's cheating.
But I said, no, I don't think that. I just think like, yo, I'm just, what the fuck, man? I was just fucking them girls. I was going to come right back. That's what Jay-Z said. I was just fucking them girls.
Shampoo, like Shampoo, real talk. If a guy does that, if he says that, then he just doesn't care about his wife. Like genuinely, he does not care.
That's not true.
He just doesn't, because you know she's not going to like what you did, so you do it anyway. So you don't.
I'll give you. I'll like, prove it. I'll prove that that's wrong, because if a guy is cheating on his wife and he loves his wife, that's both things could be true, because if she finds out. Most guys, not all, most guys would be like, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. If they didn't like them, they say, I don't give a fuck if you leave me or not.
So I didn't say he didn't love his wife. I say he doesn't care, but like he doesn't care about how his actions would affect her. He does not care. That doesn't mean he doesn't love her.
He wanted to get a nut.
Use your hand.
Bro, your nut is worth your loyalty?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's a decision that you made and you chose to do.
You can get a nut and be loyal too. That doesn't have anything to do with it.
I can't
you know what? You
go and whatever. I don't even like to call it cheating. If you go see your other girl. After you finish, you bring food home to your wife. You say, you're on your way back. Say, you want something to eat? Oh, yeah, bring me back something from Wendy's.
Well, if
when you bring her back something from Wendy's, she ain't thinking about you cheating. She thinking about that damn Baconator. She ain't thinking about you cheating. She gonna be like, oh, thank you.
That's where the betrayal come in, though. Like, you don't betray. Like, it's really that.
That's not betrayal. That's fulfilling her dreams. That's fulfilling her dreams.
This man is crazy.
Well, if it's not seen as cheating, right? Why don't you be honest with your wife
and be a player about it? If that's what you're gonna do.
Well, a lot of men not play like that. Because if you had it like that, you can tell your woman. You can say,
yeah, because they're not. No. But why would you hurt her? But that's hurting her.
No, but if you feel like that, then men need to get the women that are okay with that. And this is why I say it's predatory with men who prey on women who want certain things. But there are a lot of women out there who don't care if you loosey-goosey with your penis. And they cool with it. But they don't want them women. They want a different kind of woman. But then it's easier for them to manipulate the situation, lie to her, when you can get a woman out there who cool with loosey-goosey. I would never understand that. Men are malicious, they're manipulative, and it's predatory.
Predatory is kind of crazy.
I ain't gonna say all of that.
It is predatory though.
Well, I don't think so, because
so you prey on the women.
Prey on them.
A lot of men do prey on women.
Okay, but that literally goes like both ways, like dead ass. That literally goes like.
Yeah, but what does that say? What does that say about a woman that allows herself to get preyed on? That makes her weak.
Well, I
don't make her weak. Not even manipulated man. She's definitely not no victim.
So, Ms. Jess, if I could be honest with you, like before my wife, pretty much every woman I've met, like kind of like it's my fault because I was a fucking simp. I'm just gonna own that. But pretty much every woman I met have like took advantage of me in some kind of way, whether it be a place to stay or financially or something. But I don't hold that against all women and call them like predator, gold digging whores. You know what I mean? It's just like,
crazy,
that's a crazy thing.
That's some real shit right there, bro. Like,
I wrote real shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with what you just said. That's some real shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't call every woman like predatory gold diggers or whatever because I was a fucking simp and I tried to wipe up some hoes. That's my fault. So I chose better. But so to call men predatory because like you got bad taste in men is just kind of crazy to me.
They always turn. You know what?
My taste in men has nothing to do with men being predatory.
See the difference? The difference is that he took responsibility and accountability, and he didn't blame women for his decisions and what he had to learn and how he needed to evolve. Whereas we never see that level of accountability from women. I've never met a woman that said, you know what, I chose bad. Or I was just a jump off. You've never heard that happen before, bro.
Anton, I literally
Well, a lot
saw.
of women are lied to.
Wait. Just, I literally saw this. And I'm not saying it didn't happen to her. If it did, I feel bad for her. I keep going back to that guy that was going to be the governor. When she came on camp, she did an interview. She said, I went out for drinks when she knew he was married. Why would you go out with drinks with, even though he asked her to go out for a drink? She said, I had one. Wait. Let me just finish, Judge. She said, I had one glass of wine. She did an interview on all these news channels. She said, I had one glass of wine and I couldn't move after that. The reason why she said that she had one glass of wine because she wants to act like he drugged her. Or maybe she had 3 or 4 glasses of wine and she got loose and he had sex with her. But now only had one. Who has one drink? Who has one glass of wine? Are you fucking kidding me?
A lot of
that's like having one potato chip and putting the bag away. Get out of here. You're gonna eat. You're gonna have your hand in that bag so much it's gonna be dust. It ain't gonna be chips no more. So when I get emotional with that because it happened to me. It happened to me. Somebody accused me of something that I didn't do. And I could have went to prison and my father didn't have money. My father was well off, so he got me the best lawyer and I got off of it. There's people in prison that's there for rape and they ain't even rape them. They just fucked them. And they asked for something and they didn't get it and the girl went to the police. Just like that woman said, if you don't pay my car note, I'm going to tell them motherfuckers you raped me. That's what she could have said. And if she go to the police, they're going to knock on his door. And the police gonna say, did you have sex with her? Yeah, get in the car.
Anton, you're muted.
You're 100% correct that's the part. That's the part that these women is missing on the panel, is because if you can justify her illegally extorting this guy or doing anything or accusing him or trying to do something to him in retribution, what's stopping them from going as far as they want to go and you still justifying it and saying, well, he shouldn't have cheated? What's stopping her? Yeah. That's true. What's stopping her from saying, hey, he did something to her that you know what I'm saying, that he really didn't do, but the accusation is enough. And I've seen women on these panels say, well, he should have never been in that situation in the first place.
Yeah.
But you can't justify somebody morally not doing something that you don't agree with because she can basically do anything. And if y'all justifying that shit, you know what I haven't heard? Not one person, not one woman on this panel said, nah, she wrong for that shit. You can't be extorting people. I have not heard one person.
We absolutely did say we
No, I know you didn't say it, Justin. I know you didn't.
One person.
They
I haven't heard one person say this chick is wrong. Even Stan
and Serenity said they both wrong.
Even Stan said, no, he just gotta own that shit. He just gotta take his. What the fuck?
I didn't say that. I did not say that she has the right to do that. What I said,
I guess you guys didn't hear what I said.
He can't stop her from doing what she gonna do. So at the end of the day, bro, like
that is true. He can't stop.
Like you can't actually stop.
Even if you pay her car note, you can't stop her. But no, hold on. Even if you pay her car note, you can't stop her. But
normalize not justifying illegal behavior.
No. See, that's
I was just oh well, nigga. Like,
no, I was saying you can't
not justifying illegal behavior.
So like what I was saying, you can't stop her. That's a fact. But like that doesn't mean like it. I have no sympathy for the dude because he cheated. Like it is what it is, bro. It's up for you. But at the same time, I'm not going to cheer on someone doing two wrongs don't make it right. It's just that I'm not about to cheer on someone going after it. You about to mess up his kid's life. You about to mess up his wife's mental state. You about to make him lose his job. So
what she's saying is true. Y'all getting it from one lens.
Oh, all of that was self-inflicted.
Automatically is just rolling with this funky bitch that is on the internet, willing to try to ruin somebody else's life, and she's saying it on the internet. Y'all are wild, bro.
And she said,
he just got to take her on the chin, bro. Like you handle it the best way you can. If you can win, you can win. If you can't, then you lost, bro.
Shampoo.
They're both wrong.
We the last of a dying breed.
Yeah, because I was about to say, does Stan mean man? I mean, does it?
It definitely do, big dog. It definitely do.
I'm just kidding.
They're both wrong. At the end of the day, they're both wrong.
No, we know that, but we know that already. We talking about the demanding of payment or else.
That's wrong. I'm not denying that that's wrong. I'm saying it is wrong, but
she's more wrong than him.
No. I'm not saying that. No. You're putting words in my mouth. Don't do that.
I'm not saying you're saying it. I'm saying that she's more wrong than him.
Okay, that's your opinion, but there's no way to put it on the scale of who's the worst of the worst, right? They're both wrong.
There's a scale.
Yes, you can, because you can look at it and say, what do you get a felony for? You can get a felony for extortion. So you can use it as a scale. You can put it on there and say what's worse.
See, the women on the panel thinking like, why would it be extortion? You supposed to pay my car note. You getting this good pussy. You supposed to pay me. That's what women are saying on the panel. Why they not agreeing with you, Anton? They not agreeing with you.
Are you not listening to what we're saying, Shampoo? We're saying what's wrong. I'm so curious to see.
I listen to when you're not talking. I'm still listening.
But
I'm so curious. I'm so curious to see what will happen when the 15 or 16 states, I can't remember, make cheating illegal. I'm so curious to see how that's going to change the dynamic of relationships and marriage. But yeah,
nobody will be married.
You know what I'm curious of? Yeah. I'm curious how many women is willing to admit that they'd never really been side chicks.
What?
I'm curious how many women are willing to admit that they have been a side chick. That's what I'm curious.
Some of them might not know.
Oh, they know. They know. It's so funny, y'all. Women intuition never work when it's convenient for y'all.
Like y'all know when the nigga cheating, but y'all don't know when they the side chick. All right.
I'm curious to know how many of y'all have actually participated in the very shit that y'all talking shit about.
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Well, of course it's gonna be no. Of course it's gonna be no. There's not going to be any women ever that ever in their life admit that they have played that role, no matter how much they've played that role. And this is the difference between women and men.
No.
I think that the very existence of most of these women is hypocritical.
No, I don't think that's the case. I feel like there's a lot of women who are transparent and will share when they're wrong, just maybe not on public platforms all the time. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people that can take accountability for their actions, whether they're women or men.
Know women that take accountability for their actions?
I do.
Yeah, a lot of women do.
You know women, or you take accountability?
My mom does. I do. The women that I grew up around and were raised by, we all take accountability for when we are wrong and when we are right.
Serenity, come on. You don't expect us to believe that.
Oh, really? You don't know me too well. This is only my third stream.
I could talk to a woman for 10 minutes and know all I need to know.
Really? For you though?
All 100%.
What exactly?
Who else is gonna be for him?
I'm saying he's only basing that off of his own worldview.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to.
What else am I gonna base it off of?
That's not status quo though, and that isn't always what's right.
What else am I gonna base it off of, Jess? It's my brain. I'm talking to you.
I'm saying, but your brain is not law though. So yes, you can have an opinion, but that doesn't mean you might think something about somebody that doesn't make it right.
That's not true.
What do you mean? The name of the channel is Room 9 with Anton Daniels. How is it not law?
Can we see the next clip?
Let's listen. No, oh, you don't want to talk no more. Okay.
No, I do. I'm yapping today. I'm yapping. I got my coffee in my system.
No, you don't want to talk about what we was just talking about. That's cool.
We'll let you get back to it. No, I said there's some things women do take accountability for, but they're just not going to broadcast it on public platforms.
But the question is, have you taken 100% accountability?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You just don't know me. This is my third stream. I've never talked to you outside of this. You don't know me well enough. You think you do, but you don't know.
The last relationship you was in, Whose fault was it that it didn't work?
We grew apart, so it wasn't anyone's fault. It was just time.
Oh God, bro. It gotta be somebody's fault. It's not both of y'all fault.
How so? Maybe that's your personal experience, but I mean,
ain't my personal experience. I'm talking about you, not me.
That's just my situation. I mean, I can only speak from my experience, my life experience. So.
No, listen, I like you. I like you as a content creator. I like you as a panelist.
But I hear butt coming.
But
ain't no but. I just said I like you.
No, I thought there was a but.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
No, there's a but. There's a but.
You know why they felt like there was a but?
She's sitting on that butt.
I don't know. Any of the other women want to speak to this? You know, have you guys had a point in life where there was a moment for you to take accountability? Did you guys take accountability? If so, what was it? Are you willing to share?
Well, we can leave Jess out of this. Because Jess not going to tell us the truth on that one either.
No, I absolutely believe. I'm a big proponent of taking accountability. I think that's one of the greatest things I feel like about myself. I don't just take accountability in relationships, but in all aspects of my life. I could say, you know what, my bad, I own that. I can.
That's the only way you can grow. That's the only way you can grow.
We're gonna go 0 for 2. Go ahead, Carmen.
All right, time, whatever, man.
That's why you gotta get them. That's why you gotta get them drinks so they start
if y'all actually believe. So wait a minute. I know we got to get to the next clip, but I just have to ask y'all. I genuinely have to ask these guys, and I'm asking Stan too. All right, I want Stan to absolve himself in this conversation. No matter how pretty they are, no matter what they look like, no matter what their personality is, when these women tell y'all this stuff, do y'all actually believe them?
No.
No. Stan, do you believe them?
No.
Okay, so all right, so we know this.
Exactly
now we know you are human.
Now
that I know you
accountability,
human, and I know you're not AI, Stan. Now that I know you human, here's the other question. Let's say you're talking to a girl, right? Whether you meet them out in person or you whatever, you're talking to them on phone, whatever. What percentage of their conversation out of 100% do you think that they actually telling the truth?
It depends, because when I'm talking to you, I'm not listening to what you're saying. I'm trying to walk you into a dark room so I can get you to tell me what I need you to tell me. Like, I don't really want to. I only care about what I can get up out of you as far as the conversation. Like,
and ladies, this is why you let the men talk and you shut up.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you
if you really know the game, you're gonna let them talk.
And then I ask you another question to walk you into a dark room. It's really just to see if you're gonna switch up on your answer or if you're gonna tell me a little bit more than
here's the problem with that though, Jess. What you worried about if you telling the truth? What you worried about?
Okay, so let me switch this up, right? It's not necessarily a sense of telling the truth or not, but I do think a lot of women shoot themselves in the foot by talking too much when you're first getting to know somebody. A lot of men like to use the game of, oh, I'm gonna just sit back and relax and just let her yap and talk. And a lot of women do end up telling on themselves for certain situations, or they might say some things that make a man look at her differently. But what I'm saying is,
I don't think that's how we really do it, though. I think that the way that we really do it is like we actually believe that because you can't just do something. You got to believe. Like I will have to believe that I'm having a conversation with you, even though the whole time I'm trying to finesse the conversation to figure out what you are actually saying. I got to actually believe it. I can't make it obvious that I'm trying to pry and see what you actually.
I 100% agree with them.
Right? And this is what I'm saying. What you trying to pry for?
But Stan, does that mean that you actually know that a woman is really gonna be finessing, or she's gonna put the presentation layer, which is completely different than the truth, which is one of the reasons why you're leading her down this dark path in the first place?
It's a dark path.
Yeah. And I would say dark path, because dark path means I'm leading them wrong.
Well, that's what you said.
No, I said
you said a dark room. Dark room.
Yeah, I said a dark room. It's different because you can come
dark
in
room
and
is
out of
different
there.
than a dark path.
The dark room is
a destination.
A dark room will lead you to a cold cell. I'll tell you that shit. A dark room.
It's a little different, but no, I don't think you're doing it. I don't think we're doing it like that. At least that's how I do it.
So basically y'all understand that most women is not telling y'all the truth.
Yeah, I believe
I
that.
don't think it's that they're not
100%.
telling the truth. I think it's more that like women
Hold them back.
I think they kind of just speak kind of like indirectly or like in riddles. So it's not so much that they're lying, it's that they're not speaking directly, kind of how like men do.
It's called lying by omission. It's called lying by omission.
It's not by omission, but it depends on where y'all at in the talking stage. I feel like everybody has skeletons in their closet, and I just feel like certain things need to come out at certain points. If we just get to know each other, there's certain things that you don't need to know or have to know. So yes, I might be a little bit choosy with my words. It doesn't mean I'm lying or I have an intent to lie, but it just means that okay, let me just kind of take this and baby step this, and as things progress, then we can start talking more about the things that truly matter. But we just get to know each other.
Let me give y'all an example.
You don't need to be knowing all of that.
Let me give y'all an example of what Jess means. Let me give y'all an example of what Jess means. Y'all may be having a conversation and she says, "Man, I love to dance." Now you didn't know she was a stripper, right?
You know what?
No.
That ain't what I
she was a stripper.
No, that ain't what I'm saying. Don't do that.
You know they call me Twinkle Toes, and so she may be telling you how much she loves to dance and all of that, but really I told you that I was a dancer. Now you didn't tell me that you was a stripper, and this is what we talk. This is what Jess is basically saying. No, I'm gonna translate it for y'all so that y'all will better understand what y'all being communicated to, because they think in their mind, because you know it's rebellious, they think that they told you the truth.
Exactly.
I mean, technically they did.
Exactly.
I'm saying that's not what I'm saying.
To answer the earlier question, yes, I do take accountability, but I just frame it in a way, in a different way.
Accountability.
So I do take accountability. The answer is yes, I do. I just frame it.
Is that manipulation?
How would that be manipulation if I'm taking accountability for what's important?
But you framing it, trying to manipulate the conversation.
Yeah, but manipulation is like
I take accountability for the action that I took. Now you take accountability for the action that you took that made me react the way that I reacted.
Lord, so it's the man's fault.
It's like it's never one or the other. It's
not
like,
Carmen talking
you
like
wrong,
this.
You wrong, or if she's wrong, then y'all both wrong. It's really no. That's just how it is, really though.
So if you walking down the street at 2 a.m. on a Saturday night and you dress half naked and something happens to you, you got to take accountability for what you had on.
Nah.
Well, not for what you had on. You got to take accountability.
That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy.
Taking accountability for the fact that I was out
for
on
being
that Saturday
out
night at 2 a.m. That's my fault.
You take accountability for being in the situation.
No, that sounds crazy, but that's accountability.
Okay. We gotta get the super chats, y'all, because we over the time limit. Let me get the super chats real quick. We appreciate you guys here on this Wednesday. Jason M Fresh 100 says, "Make it a misdemeanor to cut a good man off. Then that's normally why a man cheats, and charge her with prostitution, trading box for a card note." Rilo G-YLLY1M says, "So we got Young Thug bottom left and Norbit bottom right. What the F is we doing, man? Come on, man." Shampoo, you done lost your damn mind. You never self-snitch ever. I'm filing charges and have her arrested for extortion and blackmail. NBA 2K offense. Gemini Cricket says, "Can we have a no eating rule? It's annoying." Callie Mike 16 says, "Jess and her friend are up here to bash men when it's a known fact that women benefit more from marriage and is just lying to push their narrative." Cool V10 says, "Jess, men pass before their wives. Studies show." Cool V10 again says, "Just on the best dope money can buy." Young One 1985 says, "Q, good to see you sexy ladies. Same. Gentlemen, y'all not gentlemen." What up tonight, everybody? Contract _icon says, "Women live longer because they have a good man." Equal Opportunity Smoke says, "Jess, who's your drug dealer? I'm calling the police."
Your mama.
Cool V10 says married men live 2.2 years longer than single men, but women still live longer than men in marriage by 8 to 12 years. Crash Out or Cash Out says the fact that Serenity names so many types of marriages shows that the sanctity of marriage is gone. Jody 2 times says at the end of the day, all the men on the panel is married, so shut up. Callie Mike 16 says being educated doesn't make your opinion right, and the fact that y'all are arguing social media rhetoric. C Keys Q7G says, yo, Saradell's rocking the black serial killer look. Just my 4 cents is using Rose a form of cheating. Most of my friends are married and my coworkers. I never tease them. I just tell them that I envy them because I don't know how they do it. Just my 4 cents says she has a rose. You have a side chick. No difference. Cool V10 says shampoo is the MVP every Wednesday. Callie Mike 16 says, come on, Jess. Women prey on married men more. Lyric the Gamer says, Jess, who hurt you? Shout out to the gamers. He says more women than you are willing to admit don't mind cheating unless it's on them. Because if a man has his ish together and looks good, most women would talk to him knowing he probably have someone. Mm-hmm. Thank you, James Horn, for this 99-cent ball. Cool V10 says that's fake news, Serenity. Just Googled it. Jody 2 times says, I didn't mean to shut up. I was talking to my dog. I'm using voice to chat. Callie Mike 16 says, so you get to withhold information, but you want the man to be truthful. And the fact that men don't have women thinking they cheat better. Shout out to y'all in the chat. We appreciate you guys here on this Wednesday. If you are interested in joining the panel, ladies, DM me on IG and just put panel. Okay. Before we go to the next clip, do you guys think that traditional relationships should be opted out completely nowadays?
No.
Nope. No.
Okay. All right. Let's watch this clip and we'll discuss it.
I seen a young lady on here the other day telling us how she had to pretty much cut off a bunch of guys on her roster. And then she went on to say that she feels like women are going to be single forever. I really wish I would have saved it because it was very entertaining the way she was telling the stories. But I don't think that women are necessarily going to be single moving forward forever. I just think that we're going to see an increase in women having a lover or lovers instead of the traditional boyfriend, girlfriend, or marriage dynamic that we all are used to. Now, this is not going to apply to all women because some of y'all don't even have the mental capacity, the wherewithal, or the bandwidth for multiple lovers in your life anyway. But yeah, I do think that that's what we're going to see. Women are just going to opt out of the traditional relationship standards that have been set before us and just opt to just have somebody that's cool with you, you cool with them, y'all link up and do what you do, might go on a date here and there, and nothing more, nothing less.
So a good question. Are women?
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? She's saying what? I mean, who's causing this epidemic?
It's been happening. It's been happening for decades, ever since like the 70s, or when the whole free love hippie shit started happening. And who caused the shampoo? It was the decision of women at that time. They didn't want to wait to get married to have sex, and they changed the whole culture. And then this is where we're at now.
But she said that lady in the video was saying that like women, not that she's speaking for all women, but she's saying that women sound like she's saying that women are disappointed in traditional relationships. So I'm just gonna, I have sex with all these men because
that's a fact.
we can't depend on one man. I don't know. It just seems like
that's a fact. That's what happened. It's like the government convinced the women of America to say fuck marriage and depend on them and get jobs, and then in mass, women's like, we don't want to wait till we're married. They just wanted to go fuck. It was really white hippies wanting to have sex with black men without being judged. That's what really started the whole free love thing, sexual liberation. Yeah, that's what it was.
But if men are marrying less, if people are having less marriages, right? And men don't see it's beneficial to get married, because we hear it on here, what should the women do? Should the women continue with the little roster, or wait around for that 1 in a million guy to pick them out to be married?
Good question.
I don't think that's really consistent with what the question is asking, though.
Have sex with a lot of guys until you meet that one.
That's not gonna make you meet the one, though. I think traditional in the state that we're in right now, I don't think traditional relationships work. And honestly, I think it is the woman's fault because they're the environment, and in response, men are just responding to what the women are put out there. Why would you want to be married? Ain't nobody courting you. Why? For what?
Carmen, so let me ask you this. So this befuddles me because anytime there's a opinion about men, it's like almost robotic that you always have the opposite. Oh, because women, even if it's really not applying. And I do want to ask you this, as it relates to traditional relationships, men are the head. Men set the temperature. Men set the tone. Women are not initiators, but women take what you give us and we can either multiply that for the good or for the bad. So you keep saying and putting the onus on women when ultimately I feel like it is on the onus of men to set the tone and to lead women into better relationships. A lot of times women deal with things in relationships because the man is inadequate to lead the relationship in the space that it needs to be. But women are not initiators in that capacity. So I'm just confused why you keep putting the onus on women when men set the tone.
But
women don't allow men to set the tone. Women have not been led. I put it on women because women for a long time haven't been allowed to be led. Women want to be men. Women
don't want to be
men,
though.
Women want to be men. Yes, they do. That's
what woman you know want to be a man?
That's the whole feminism movement. You wanted a job. You wanted to maybe be equal to a man, and now that we are being treated equal to a man, we're complaining about it. So that's why. And I'm not robotic. I'm trying to answer your question and let you speak. So I would like the same respect back if that's possible. That's why I put it on the women, because you're saying no. What man wants? We did it. Feminists did it. You're a feminist? The way you talking makes me think
I'm not a feminist. I don't identify.
Oh, okay. Well, you say a lot of feminist rhetoric, but
that's like me saying you're a pick me. So we're gonna call names. Then we gonna. I don't think we want to do that.
I'm proud of it. I'm a pick me. I got picked, so I'm proud.
You want a cookie?
Yeah. Okay. You want a cookie for being feminist? If you want to be disrespectful, we can get disrespectful.
Yeah, I like snickerdoodle.
Oh, okay, great. I like chocolate chip. And I don't have to worry about how I pay my bills every single night. And I have
what's your P.O. box? I send you a dozen.
So there you go. That's why. And that's why I put it on the women, because of women who share the same perspective as you do. Because we wanted jobs, right? That's why we did. We wanted to be treated as equal. Then we're not. Isn't that what a household is? A head of a household is?
I think you're right, Carmen, but I also think Jess is right too. Like I don't know a chick that's gonna sit there.
I know, right?
I don't know a chick that's gonna sit there.
Stand for the next governor of California.
But
he got my vote.
No, like really, I don't know any chick that's gonna stop me, and it really just depend on what dude. Like, how you gonna stop me from doing or running things how I want to run it? If I can't do it that way, then I gotta let you go. I don't think it's really on the women. I think it's like, not everybody is for everybody.
Yeah. Ari, what do you think? Like, let's get Ari in there because she hasn't been able to get in there.
I have to agree with Carmen. I was listening to her perspective, but our culture kind of pushes this independence, our music. The women nowadays, they're leaning more towards doing things their way. They don't want to be led. They want to be in control. They want to be the partner. So there is no more the man is the lead. The man is the head. It's two of us. We both want it. We both are in lead. We're both in partnership. So,
Ari, can a man lead if I'm paying half? So I'm just giving you a hypothetical. Based off of what you said, can a man adequately be a leader of his household if a woman is contributing?
Yes.
Half.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
The key word right there, what Jess said was adequate. Like, yeah, he might be able to lead, but adequate is the main word you gotta look at. Jess, you was right about that. Can he adequately lead? The answer is probably going to be no, because that woman's going to feel like she's equal to him. And if she's equal to him, she's most likely not going to feel like she needs to be submissive to him or take his be under him. She gonna think that she's 100% equal. They both gotta say, and she's gonna
It
push back.
depends. I think it depends. It depends on the dynamics of the relationship as well. Are y'all going into this as a team, or are you all? If the man is leading correctly, you all are going in this as a team. And right now, this is where we are. So yes, Jess, to answer your question, if you are paying half right now, you're helping build this team. He's taking you all somewhere. So it's all a part of your playbook, the man's playbook. If he is wanting to, I'm trying to figure out how to really word this, but if the woman is submissive and she believes in her man, yes, her paying half of the bills for right now. Yeah, babe. Until we get to this
talking
point,
about right now. We just talk about period. It ain't no end in sight.
But do you have to talk about the right now?
It depends on if you believe in your man.
You can't get
there
past
is an end in sight if you believe in your man.
If you don't talk about it right now, you can't get past.
So a family needs to be led by one person. A family can't have two leaders, can it?
No.
Nope.
Exactly. So yes, they can absolutely lead, even if you are paying 50%. And if I am paying 50%, I am with somebody who decisions that I trust are basically mine too. That's the problem. That's the key point. There is no him and I. He is the lead of this household. And what 99% of the time, 99% of the time, I agree with what he decides for us as a family because this man has the best interest for me. Maybe the men that you met don't have the best interest for you, but they certainly have the best interest for me, and that's your choice.
That'd be the problem, Carmen. Some of them get with men that don't really have the best interest of them or their own self in mind. Some of these guys can't lead their own self, and the woman get with them, and they think all men can't lead themselves.
Bro, that's on them though, bro. Because like when I met my wife, my wife is a stay-at-home mom right now. She doesn't work, but when I met her, I was a private in the army. She made 3 times the money I made. If you get with a dude and then like he a bum, that's on you. You chose that nigga, bro. That you're losing me right there, bro. Like, if your wife, you don't have the discernment to pick a dude who's gonna wherever he is. If you don't have the faith that he's gonna go from here to wherever the fuck you want him to be, you fuck that nigga. That's on you. Like,
Sophist. If a woman is in an abusive relationship and she stays there, you think that's her fault?
Well, she should leave, but yeah, you're staying. You're making the decision to stay. You are doing that.
I agree.
I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm not justifying it. Fucking leave. Get help.
Just
hey, Sophist. Hey, shampoo, Sophist. So another thing that you gotta think about too is, for some reason, women like to see a man not for where he is right now, but his potential. So they'll get with a man because they think that he's gonna go somewhere, and when he doesn't get to where she thinks he's going, that leads her to have like contempt for him.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, I don't get it because it could be the same way. If you're the type of dude and you with a chick and she only call you when she want money and you don't pick up on that, you can't get mad at her, bro. That's your fault. It's the same thing. It works both ways. It's like that. You just gotta own that.
I don't really follow. Say it again.
You're saying like some chicks will get with dudes and they'll lead them on, but if you didn't pick up on that, that's on you. Like if you're a dude and you with a chick and she only call you for money and you think she loves you.
I don't think that these women know exactly what they're getting themselves in. You think that she think that he got all of this, that he's going to these big places, and you think that she feel like she got finesse?
And she could.
It could happen.
You don't think that women? All right, so hold on, Q. Let me ask you a question, Q.
That's a self-reflection.
Let's say you meet a guy or you talk to a guy or you having a conversations, or even if it's just casual, right? You know him, he's a friend of a friend or something like that. Do you pretty much, for the most part, know exactly what this guy is about as far as like where he's going, what his potential is?
Initially, no.
No. I'm talking about because these girls are in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. They talk to him, they get to know him or whatever. Do you pretty much have an idea of what this guy is going to be or what he is?
Like based on the certain questions you ask him, you see kind of where his goals and his mindset is. Yeah.
So do you think that a lot of these women know the type of guy that they're getting with as far as financially what he's going to be?
No, I think some women are just oblivious because
Really?
I think so. They're dumb. Like, I don't think they're asking the right questions to know. That's why they'd be like, oh, he was living on the couch with a roommate, and you figure out 3 months later. I'm like, you didn't realize? Like, so I think that some women are dumb. They don't ask the right questions.
I don't know about that, Q. It's
don't
hard
know.
to believe. Like, y'all think that the guy that's living on I walked in the room the other day and Rita was watching, the fuck is that show? One of them shows, Love is Blind, Love at First Sight or whatever. You know, one of them shows where they get married and then they got to discover who the person that they with. Married at First Sight, some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a guy on there. He lived in his parents' basement. And he was like, he was a black guy, and I think she was a white woman. And she was kind of like disgusted with him, like, why would y'all set me up with this guy that's staying in the parents' basement? And the guy was telling her, like, you know, really, you know, I'm just there to help out my parents and all of this other type of stuff, right? And it's like, how do you not know what this guy is? How do you not know?
Some women
Do you
ignore
really
the
think that
signs,
he's
though.
telling you on that? Huh?
Some women ignore the signs. So they think the signs is all, you know, carnival, but it's really red flags. I don't think some women are smart to pick up the certain things.
Hey, Stofist.
I don't
Can I
think
use you as an example?
Hell
Do you
no.
mind?
I mean, go for it. Whatever. I don't.
Hey, so you said your wife met you when you was in the army, right? You was a private?
Yeah.
All right, so obviously she knew that you was going to rank up. You wasn't going to stay a private for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
So some women have that mentality. They'll see a dude in a spot. The trajectory is there, but if that guy falls out, or say you left the army, say you got dishonorable discharge, and you only did 1 year in the army, your wife probably would have been like, "Damn, you know, I thought he was gonna keep going up." So some women think like that. They think, "All right, I see him here. I see the trajectory he's on, but if he falters in any way, they're gonna be like, hey, no, this ain't it."
But it ain't even.
I feel where you're coming from, bro. But in order to catch a dishonorable discharge, I feel where you're coming from. But if you caught a dishonorable discharge, bro, you such a fuck up. Like I don't even know how she wouldn't see that coming.
But women that aren't in the military wouldn't know all that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a civilian.
What he was saying is, exactly. What he was saying is right.
What the fuck is this? Is this Leonardo DiCaprio, Catch Me If You Can or something? Y'all don't know what how is these niggas tricking y'all?
Some of these women are dumb.
What the fuck is going on here?
I do think people see what they want to see. I think people see what they want. Like if you head over heels with someone, you just see what you want to see. I think.
But sometimes when women do ask, sometimes when a woman asks a man what they do for a living, it can be seen as she's asking these types of questions because she has the wrong intention. So my question is to the fellas: how would you suggest a woman inquire, what a man makes without sounding like they have ill will?
Well, let me hold on before we get to that, Serenity. Y'all can't tell by the fruit. Like you can't tell by what he live and how he walk, what he go out to eat as, what his lifestyle is like, what his crib is like. Like y'all can't.
These days,
no. Let me finish.
Okay.
Because let's say, for example, he says I do X. Well, shouldn't your life line up? You know what I'm saying? If you are a hedge fund manager, or if you are a NBA player, or if you this and that, you may not necessarily choose to live an extravagant lifestyle, but you should be able to. Like, he shouldn't be like, hey, babe, can I borrow $20 for groceries? Like, the life got to line up with the rhetoric, right? With the whatever it is that he thinks.
A lot of people, you are an example. Sometimes you go out with a plain hoodie, your Apple Watch. People are not going to assume you are a millionaire. So some people can fake it until they make it.
That's not what I'm saying.
They can be Gucci down, but living in their mama's basement. They put a lot of stuff on social media that's not true.
Y'all talk to guys long enough to be able to realize if he's living in his mama's basement, though, right?
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's
what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you got to figure out whether he a millionaire or not, but you should know whether or not he's a resourceful man, over a period of time, if you talking to them over a period of months or even weeks, y'all can't tell the difference between a dude that's fronting and a dude that's really about it.
Girls be naive like
these
that.
women are dumb. They're wanting to know what's your favorite
I don't
restaurant.
know if they call them dumb, but they naive.
No, they're asking dumb questions. Oh, what's your favorite restaurant, Mastro's or Steak 48? They're not. I don't think most of these women are asking in-depth questions to really vet. We've talked about this. Men and women don't really know how to vet properly.
To be. Well, I don't know if that works anymore, but back in the day when I was young, everybody wanted to go to the expensive restaurants and everything, but my game was to take them to a fast food restaurant and have fun and laugh and shit like that. And that shit used to work for me. I don't know about now.
But
no, that still works.
If they talking to you for a period of time, they could tell whether you're resourceful or not. You can tell if a person is resourceful.
I always had a nice car, but then I wouldn't, like, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't keep going up with it. Like, yo, I'm going to take you to get lobster. I wasn't that type of dude.
But you can tell if, when I say resourceful, I'm not saying that you're tricking. I'm saying like that you're not in need, right?
Yeah.
You should be able to tell whether a person is resourceful. If a man is got a job, if he could provide for himself, if he's doing well enough to be able to do X, Y, and Z. I think you can even do that shit just by talk. Like you can tell by seeing and the way that they talk.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how come women's intuition is so failing.
Oh man, they so strong and they turn into victims at the right time, and they're very, very good at all of that shit. Acting stupid when you know they already know, and you know, and all that shit. Asking you questions that they know the answers to, and it's just crazy. My wife.
Let's be frank. Yes, sure. Anybody with common sense can have a conversation with someone and get immediate first impressions about how they present themselves, whether they're resourceful. Sure, but today we live in a fashion where social media allows people to pretend, right? And make things look as though they are what they're not. And I know a lot of real life examples. So I'm just asking from a woman's perspective, how do you
tell without looking at somebody's social media, just from meeting the guy and talking to him for a few days?
I can pretty much get a sense of where his common sense is or his leadership capabilities, sure, but his living situation, I might not be able to always spot what his current living situation is. So as a man, how would you prefer a woman to ask, or what type of questions should you would you accept a woman to ask to figure those things out?
I think she like literally just acts like directly.
No. I think that everything reveals itself over a period of time. Like you
can't hide it so long.
Yeah, I often say you don't have to ask a woman her body count to know that she a hoe, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
You don't. But if you kicking it with her over a period of time, there's some things that's gonna pop out that's gonna immediately be like, oh, okay, I see what this is. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to ask it. All you got to do is kick it with them, and they're going to reveal it to you. So let's flip it back to the guy, right? If you talking to this guy and everything just don't start to line up, or everything don't play out the way that it's supposed to play out. If the nigga disappear every day after 6 o'clock, and you've never talked to him after 6 o'clock, that nigga got a family.
Yeah.
Do he gotta tell you that he got a family for you to figure that shit out? No.
But you don't think a lot of people,
and not only is it not available, the phone don't even ring. It just goes straight to voicemail every single day.
Oh no, do not disturb.
Or if he only giving you the Google voice number, you can't figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some basic things, not even on no extreme level. It's some very basic things that y'all should be able to put together and like, oh, okay, I got it.
But
or
Anton,
do you have to get confirmation?
You don't think a lot of people like lack intention when they date? They don't date actively. They just kind of just go through it and they never ask questions like, what do you actually want?
That's just rule of thumb.
I agree.
You don't have to, you could just be kicking it with a person. Seriously. And you could just figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Male or female?
Me and my homeboy, we at the cigar bar, and we ran into this chick, and she was like, "Yo, why you ain't never called me?" He's saying like, or she was saying to him like, "You ain't never called me. You don't never call." And so he hit her with this. He says, "Oh, well, I ain't want to mess up just in case," because you never ask a chick if she in a relationship. She'll let you know, but she ain't really trying to fuck with you like that. And so he was like, "Yo, I want to mess up no shit that you got going on." And what did she say? "Oh no, you can call me anytime. I ain't in no situation. You can call me anytime." She telling you. Right. It's obvious. He didn't have to say, "Hey, do you got a boyfriend or is you in a situation?" She's making herself available to him and saying, "You can call anytime. I'm gonna answer the phone." It's not that, it ain't no thing. Like, don't nobody stay with me. I live by myself. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he don't have to ask her the question. She's making it known, and it's becoming obviously, very transparent.
And
like,
he said that
she got motion,
And he said that to get that information out of her. He said that.
Yeah, and
he ran game
he's
too.
letting him know without him having to ask. You ain't got to beg a chick. She letting him know and saying, "Yo, call me anytime you want to call me."
But
I'm not saying beggar. No.
Wait, but you gotta give he gotta give him his props for not over calling her to make her do that.
No, fact. No, I'm not saying like beg them and be like, "Oh, what are we?" No, I'm not saying do no shit like that. But I think a lot of people find themselves in a situation where like, you want to have children, you want to be married, and you just rocking with this person for a year or 2, 3 years, and you never stopped and ask this person, "Hey, what the hell do you actually want? Like, do you?" And then you'll find yourself 5 years into something just fucking bitter about it because you never, that person never told you they wanted anything more than just casual hanging out. So they're available, they're making themselves available, but they don't actually want anything from you. And I do think a lot of women find themselves in that situation.
And then they say that's his fault because he led me on to this.
Well, some people play
if a dude is always borrowing money from y'all, chances are he not that for y'all.
He should have borrowed no money from you, to be honest.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, don't ever give no man no money. Don't do that.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that because there are situations where
money for lunch or like,
your husband.
No. I'm saying there is some situations where it could be like, "Hey, I ain't got no cash on me." You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
That's what I'm saying, but like, it's not no situation where you shouldn't give a guy money. Like, sometimes niggas just be having Apple Pay.
I feel like you got to be locked in as a woman to give a man money. You got to be like locked in with him. Like, it can't just, I don't know.
I mean, he shouldn't be asking you for gas money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, facts.
Like, if he asking you for gas money or shit like that, maybe you should put together your women's intuition and say, "I'm not really sure if this is best for me."
Yeah.
But if you know a girl that's always asking you for money, you're going to ask her for something. I know
that if a girl is asking for money most of the time, like, I could tell a chick is broke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could immediately tell if a chick is broke.
But if she's pretty and broke, you can work with it.
I know if a woman is broke and she pretty, then she depending on other niggas that's probably not coming through for her at the time that, you know what I'm saying, that she need them to come through. So she become dependent on other niggas to make her lifestyle, whatever
we
it is.
actually get it out the mud, Anton. There are women who actually get it out the mud.
No, not the super pretty.
It's not a lot.
I'm super pretty and I get it out the mud.
A lot of women go down the list.
It's the difference between a woman that has a job or she's working. When you say get it out the mud, I equate that to, oh, you hustling.
Yeah.
I don't know no women that live a soft life that hustle. I don't.
Enough. That's fair.
Now they got dudes on their phone with job descriptions, food, Uber, move my furniture, ride to work.
Like, I know if a chick know a lot of niggas in the city. Like, I know if she know a lot of dudes in the city, especially prominent dudes. Oh, okay, I see how you move. Like, I just know. Like, you don't have to tell me how you move. I know from all of the dudes that you know how you move.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Serenity.
And you'll slip up. You'll say it. Oh, I know him. Oh, yeah, I feel you.
Hey, Serenity.
You got to be in certain spots to know this many guys, especially this many guys are prominent in the city. If you know certain spots, right? Certain restaurants, certain bars or whatever, and you know too much about it, I already know.
Yeah, facts.
I know how you get around. I know how you move. I don't even have no expectation for you. I know, man, listen, y'all gotta start being more situationally aware. And again, I think that women know, they just not trying to give up they not trying to be, revealing
They got
maybe
game
on these panels. But like Serenity, no, she know better.
Hey, so to answer her question,
Jess knows, Q knows, they all know. They all know.
How about Carmen? Does she know?
Carmen knows, but Carmen has to play the game a little bit differently because we know who Carmen's husband is.
Who's her husband?
I know her husband, but
I'm new here.
Very few.
all right, hey, Serenity. So to answer your question about how a woman should ask a man how much he make, that's an issue. A woman shouldn't be asking a man how much he make.
That's what I said. I said usually if a woman asks that, guys perceive them to have ill will.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely how should she ask? She shouldn't ask. Period. She can know about the fruits of his labor. Like Anton was saying, all she gotta do is observe that man, and she will know.
Even
like
after
what
marriage,
I don't think you should
what my
ask
man
how
make.
much he makes, but you should ask if he has a job though. Like I don't think
man,
that's
y'all
out
better
of
stop
pocket.
telling these chicks what to ask. They telling y'all on themselves when they ask certain questions. You want to know stop teaching them how to finesse y'all. Let her ask.
No, it's not finesse, man.
No, it's
I'm just
not
trying
about
to give them some education. That's it.
No, it's
trying to set
not
them up for success instead of failure.
And not only that, but I think people need to do
the game is the game. They got to learn just like everybody else.
I think people need to do what's best for what they want. Like, like when I decided I wanted to be married, I sat down with my wife at the time, not my wife, and we talked about it and then we agreed on it. And I think a lot of people just don't do that.
Agreed on what?
We want to be married. We want to have children. We want to do these things. And we sat there and we talked about it. I think people don't do that enough.
Y'all got to start downplaying it a little bit, bro. Like downplaying what y'all making stuff. Like don't always tell them.
They not really making too much of nothing that time, to be quite honest.
See how she shaming y'all. See how she
job
shaming
y'all? Is that sign language?
Let's keep it a being. Like you make
how
it
she
seem
job
like a lot of these
like
men is Bill Gates Jr. or
everything that we just said.
Jeff Bezos' cousin or brother or something. This is not reality for a lot of men. A lot of men are average. They make average salary, average pay.
Why are you going all the way to the extreme with billionaires?
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying, because y'all creating this scenario that, don't tell women how much you make. Oh, okay. I don't need to know you make $50,000. Or I should know you make $35,000. Like, come on now. Y'all not up there with them folks.
Who not?
A lot of men aren't. A lot of men are average men who make average salaries.
Don't let Anton pull out his phone. Don't let him pull out his phone.
Plenty of guys that's out here making way more money than you think that they do.
Legally?
Yes, legally.
Yes.
Maybe you just maybe you just not meeting them in the right spaces.
See, and when I say that, it's always, you ain't, or maybe it's the man you know. With that, which isn't true. But I'm just saying,
it is true. It's a lot of guys that get a lot of money. It's some guys that get some money out here.
Okay, but that's not the norm, though, Anton.
That's not the norm for you.
It depends on the circles that
no,
you
that's not the norm.
with.
Period.
It depends on the circles that you congregate in. If you are in certain spaces and you are networking in certain spaces, there are people that have
changing the scenario.
I'm not changing the scenario.
You are.
The circumstance is different for different people. There are women that only are around guys that generate a certain revenue.
We're not talking about men that you're around.
Yeah, but they bops though.
That's not the point.
What you got to start doing is qualifying.
That ain't
what group of people you talking about? Because
that's not the point that's being made. The point that I'm making. I'm talking about men across the board in general. I'm not talking about the circles that you hang in, the people you around. I'm talking about in general.
No, the reason why this matters, Jess, is because you are what you attract.
See, that's not the point that I'm making.
You are what you attract. If you are always around niggas, that's
not the point.
And they only make $35,000 a year.
Exactly.
That's the circle that you in.
We're not
Real
talking
talk.
about the circle that I am in. I'm talking about in general. You're making the point that I'm not even making.
If you wasn't in that circle, you wouldn't be coming from that perspective.
No, that's not true. You can have an objective
you coming
view.
from that perspective.
No, that's not true.
I don't know any
Y'all
guy
making
above the
apples
age
to
of 40
oranges.
that make $35,000. I don't know. If I had to guess, I don't know a guy above the age of 40 that make less than $70,000 a year.
It depends on where they live at too, because $70 could really be 50,000 or 40,000, depending
You
on what your
change
cost of living
everything.
is.
You just change everything. First, you make $35,000 a year. Now 70 ain't enough. What do you want? What do you want, Jess?
Because you're making a point that I ain't making.
There's
Anton.
no
That's
man
why.
in the world that is good enough. He don't make enough money. He ain't Jeff Bezos. He don't live in California. If he make more than 70, what is it that you want, Jess? What is good enough for Jess?
What's good enough for me?
Yes,
I feel like I can't.
Because every time we say something that any guy is leveled up or he went in but he don't live. What is good enough for you?
The point that I'm trying to make is a lot of men have delusions of grandeur about what they truly bring to the table financially.
What is good enough for Jess? What is good enough?
You know what? I feel like I can't. I'll put it to you this way. I believe it's a case by case basis.
Oh, come on.
It is a case by case
basis. This is a just by just basis.
What's a perfect man?
What is good enough for Jess?
Perfect man?
What's good
There's
enough
no
for
such
Jess?
thing as the perfect man.
What is good enough for Jess? What's
Still
good
no
enough
perfect
for Jess?
man.
What's good enough for Jess?
I don't want to answer that on this panel.
Does he have to be big?
What do you mean?
What you mean by big?
Like a big cock.
A who?
If the guy is one of your criteria is for the man to have a big cock.
Oh, you said cock. You know what, Shampoo? I'm not.
Does that matter to you? I'm asking you.
Does it matter to you?
Oh, come on.
Now she's shy.
That's wild.
Now she's shy.
That's wild.
Now she's shy.
Yo, you listen, you know what the problem I used to run into when I was single, that when I used to take my pants off, they used to get scared. They say, where you going with that?
Out the door. That's what they was putting you out.
I wish. I swear to God, I wish.
Hey, Shampoo, notice how she wasn't hard of hearing no other question.
No.
No, because I'm like, did he really just ask me that?
He loved that shit.
No, did he really ask me about some cock? Like what? I'm a lady.
I mean,
that doesn't mean you're not a lady.
You don't ask me about no cock on a public panel as such.
I didn't ask you about a cock. I asked you what is good enough for Jess, and
That's
you
right.
deflected from that too.
You know what I'm saying? It's a case by case basis because every man brings something different to the table. Every man brings something different out of you. Every
Give me
man
a
has
general
different
idea.
circumstances.
Give me a general idea, please.
I can't give you that.
If you ask anybody else, most guys, they can pretty much break down a general idea of what's good enough.
That's them.
But you always talking about what ain't good enough, and I'm trying to figure out what is. I'm trying to approach this from a positive glass half full perspective.
I never said nothing wasn't good enough.
What is good enough for Jess?
I never said nothing wasn't good enough, Anton. I'm just saying a lot of men aren't financially in positions that they truly are.
What kind of financial position does he need to be in minimally for Jess?
For me? What depends? Are we in a relationship or are we in a marriage?
Yes, for you.
Are we in a relationship or are we in a marriage?
A relationship.
Jess, what the fuck is going on?
Because it matters. It differs. If a man is in a marriage versus in a relationship, a man being able to sustain himself. If I'm not a man's wife, it is not his responsibility to take care of my bills and pay X, Y, and Z.
So you saying the man that you just in a relationship with, he don't have to make as much as a man that you're married to?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that the obligation to pay things for me
rises when you inside of a marriage, right?
Yes, but that doesn't equate to how much he makes, though. What I'm saying is that it's not a man isn't obligated to pay my bills if we're not married.
So, but he is obligated to pay your bills if you are married.
Circumstances change.
So a nigga that's just in a relationship can fuck on you, But the nigga that gotta commit
now
to
you
you
changing
and
it because
can't get with another girl, he gotta
man can
actually make more money than the nigga. But no. Do you
you
see how we
changing the
figured this
scenario.
out?
I'm not going to engage.
No.
No, because you're
Do you
making
see
it
how we
something that
figured
it
this out?
ain't.
Do you see how we
Nah.
figured this out? The nigga that you just in a relationship with, he has no obligation.
That's
dude,
not what I'm
you
saying.
don't have no standards. The guy that is marry you, he gotta not only be faithful to you, but he also gotta meet this
I'm not
greater
saying none of that at
expectation.
all. I'm not saying none of that at all.
Do you see why it's so difficult?
No.
I just performed a masterclass for you.
No, you didn't.
And this masterclass was
You did
highlighting
not.
how you can easily mine out where a woman's mindset is
So,
and why
Anton,
their intuition don't work.
So
And
if a man is not
also,
my husband,
you can
he's required to pay
also
my
figure
bills?
out exactly where she is mentally without even doing much work. I could figure
So,
that shit out in
Anton,
5 minutes.
Anton, so if a woman is not your wife, are you required to pay her bills?
I'm not required to pay nobody bills. I'm not
That didn't
required.
answer the
I'm not
question.
required to pay her bills if
If
she
a woman
is my
is
wife.
not your wife,
I'm not
are you
required to do anything. It's a
Are
nice
you going to pay her
have.
bills if she's not your wife?
Hell
No.
Okay, so we're making the same point. What are you?
No,
what
I'm
are you-
not. No, we not. Because first
Yes,
of
we
all,
are.
I'm the man and you're the woman. The obligation then falls on my shoulders, so I have the choice to determine whether I do or I don't. I'm the barrier to marriage. I propose. I choose you as a wife. It's two different things. It's two different things.
So if I would have
And
said,
one of
"Oh,
the
man, got
reasons,
to pay my bills,"
and let me qualify this for you. And this
and
is
we're not
why
married, I still would get.
why it's a difference between somebody that's marriage minded and somebody that's not. One of the reasons why I make your life easier, because I do want you to work. I do want you to have a job. I do want you to be productive, especially if we don't have kids, because I'm not looking to just take care of no grown adult that don't have no purpose in life. I need you to be purposeful, and doing things that is productive ultimately leads you to getting paid. Even if it's a passion project, even if it's something that's you volunteering for, you have to be productive. So you're not just going to sit at home doing nothing like a lump on a log just because you're my wife, right? And I'm giving you the context because you don't want to answer questions, but I'm going to give you the full context. The difference is the reason why I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of and paid is because you're the mother of my child. Yes. And so in order for you to have the time to nurture, put into my child the values that is a reflection of me, to make sure that a daycare is not putting some bullshit in my child, some trans stuff, to make sure that they spiritual, to make sure that all of the things that's imparted into my child, I am going to remove all of those burdens so that you can focus 100% of your energy on the child, which is one of the reasons why I said that if you're not looking to have a child with her, it doesn't make any sense for you to marry her today, because the women don't have a mindset. And you ultimately have to teach a girl, teach a woman, teach a mother how to be motherly by putting her in the same position and making sure that she's submissive to what y'all got going on. So the reason why I'm going to remove that from her is specifically because I think that being a mother is a full-time job. And I want my child to be the best child ever. So I'm going to make sure that her mother has every tool that she needs in order to do so, including comfort, including rest, including help, including not having to worry about the same thing that a lot of these other women talk about. That's why I am going to make sure that you're taken care of. You're still being fruitful. You're still being productive. But the productivity goes into our family. It goes in my child. That's why I'm going to pay for everything. But it doesn't mean that you're not supposed to be a productive adult, regardless of what state that you're in. And so you're not there for me to take care of. We're here to work together to make sure that we build a life together. That's the difference. Women don't have the mindset a lot of times to understand why you're getting married, why you're not working, why you're not being productive, why you're not adding value. Y'all can't do that because you don't even know what it means to be a wife.
Well, they think,
you think that you're just not supposed to work because that nigga rich. No, you're not supposed to work because you're supposed to be pouring into your child. That's the difference. That's what I'm saying. And so when y'all finding these women out here, they birds, man. These women, these girls is birds. They don't know shit about what being married, what being productive is. They drunk, they birds, they done been ran over, they got trauma, and that shit is going to translate into putting it all in your child. And that's why you got to vet these chicks effectively. That's why you got to figure out a chick that's supposed to be your wife. And that's also why you have to be the best version of yourself, because you are what you attract.
But Anton, last time I checked, a lot of men use, nobody showed me how to be a man. You rarely hear women say, nobody showed me how to be a woman.
I don't think you heard nothing I just said.
A lot of men say, I never had no example. I don't know what it means to be a man or a husband. A lot of men say that. When have you heard a woman say that?
What?
On the shade room thing.
I just said you are what you attract.
Okay, but the point that I'm making based off of what you said, Anton, a lot of women don't know how to be wives, but to the contrary, a lot of men don't know how to be husbands. They're the main ones making a statement. I didn't know what it means to be a man. I didn't have a father figure.
What I said that trumped it all is that's why you have to be the man that you are. So you got to be what you are looking to attract. If you are attracting birds, that mean that you a corn. That mean you a stupid dude. That mean you an idiot. I never absolved the man from being productive. In order for her to be able to be a stay-at-home wife, you still have to be resourceful and be the man that you're supposed to be. She got to be able to be comforted in the idea that y'all not going to get thrown out if she depended 100% on you. I'm not absolving the man. You keep making this a man versus woman thing. This needs to be an accountability thing.
It's a teamwork.
I'm depending on you to do what you're supposed to do. You depending on me to do what I'm supposed to do. And if it work, we win together. We better together than we are apart. You can't raise a man or raise a child on your own and have the confidence that you're giving them the best. I can't raise a child on my own and still be productive and be confident that I'm giving them the best. We gotta work together. That is what marriage is.
Yeah,
it's not just about companionship. It's not about just staying home. It's not about this dumb shit that society continue to push. Yeah. It's about, listen, we trying to accomplish this. I need you on a team. You need me on a team. Companionship come along with it. We gonna build together, and that's what productivity look like. But y'all caught up in this Instagram bullshit posing, and that's not gonna translate ever. It's never gonna translate.
You know, the thing is, a lot of people look at marriage in the mindset of like an entitlement. I want this, I deserve this, but they don't realize marriage itself is really a sacrifice. And to have the mindset that like, if my marriage doesn't live up to this standard I created in my head, then it's not a good marriage, or how a lot of people view it nowadays. It's just going to lead to just the divorce rates we have now. Because when you get married and you have children, your life stops being about you. It becomes about your duty to your spouse and to your children. And you make time for yourself when you find the time. And a lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah, but you can't lose yourself.
No, I'm not saying lose yourself. I'm saying understand that you're no longer like you. I need to do what I do so my wife can take care of my daughter, so my daughter can grow up and be healthy. It's like it's cyclical. It's like it works in like a rhythm. Like things have to be done.
But what you can't do, even though you married, I've been married 30 years. You cannot let them. You cannot let them. Well, no, I'm just kidding. You've only been married 4 years. It's all downhill.
I want to get to 30 years. I want to get to 30, 40, 50 years. I want to get to 60. Yeah, I want to get to 60 years.
But let me tell you something. The longer you get married, you start looking and saying, you start looking at your wife and they look at you and they be saying, who's going to die first?
Oh, nah. I'm going to try to avoid that. I'm going to try to avoid that.
You can't avoid it. I'm telling you. That's why you talking to the old nigga. That's what's going to happen. You're gonna be
like, Shampoo, according to the stats, you up next, nigga.
You going to die first.
I know.
Dad said you going to die first.
What?
Jess said you gonna die first.
I ain't said that. I ain't said that. Don't be putting that on me.
That's what he said.
I hope I do die first. I don't have to see her die.
That's my mentality too. Well, actually, no, my mentality is the opposite. I sound crazy. I want to go last because I never want you to have to be out here without me.
That's another way to put it. But
I don't want you out here suffering.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
I don't want you out there fucking nobody else neither.
I mean,
You're worried about
Make your shampoo ruining a sweet moment.
you got first, so I know you ain't screwing nobody after me.
I'm like, I'm dying. You better die too.
Not Romeo and Juliet.
We're gonna do a double suicide.
yeah, you say that, Shampoo, but I bet you would give up everything.
You said you love me, so why don't you die with me?
What's that movie, Queen and Slim?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, Shampoo, you say that, but I bet you would sacrifice everything for your wife, though.
That people are real, I know people are religious, but if God came, they'd be scared as hell. Who you? You was calling me, wasn't you? I didn't think you would answer.
They wasn't ready.
Right. Anybody else before we go to
He's
super
gonna
chat?
sneak up on you when you least expect it. When you're at the toilet, God gonna come in the bathroom.
Yo, like a thief in the night, bro.
Okay.
Oh shit!
Well, let me get to these super chats. Slave of Christ.
You got to cut it.
Slave of Christ said, "What's up, panel? Y'all check out my new single. What it's like. I was lost out in the darkness, couldn't find my way back home. Then your mercy came and found me. Said I'd never be alone."
Gospel
Kelly
boy.
Mike
Can
16.
you imagine that
Jess,
record?
when can we hold women accountable when y'all change how to date, what a man should make, etc. But whenever it's done, you have pushback. Kelly Mike 16 against the shout to Carmen. Right is right and wrong is wrong. James Horton 3847 says, if you want to be the man, then handle the business or the business will handle you. Just my 4 cents says, just because you are stupid enough to pay all the bills with your 70K salary, while she keeps her 50K salary, she still feels equal. Just my 4 cents again says, average Black FBA salary is 57K. 1% talk is cap. Just my 4 cents again says, where is all these BF meeting all these black men meeting all these black females meeting all these 1% males? Terry Johnson's 8620 says,
let me answer that question. They sharing
That's a good
them,
question.
They sharing them.
Mm-hmm.
They sharing them. That's what they doing.
They in the blunt rotation.
Yeah.
Terry Johnson 8620 says they claim to be the most educated, the most enrolled, the most successful, but yet they get fooled by a guy that doesn't even have a GED and can barely read. Just sounds like she only dates Pookies. Mark Pyrus, tax coach, says the question is for the ladies. If you require your husband to pay 100% in the marriage, are you okay with him keeping 100% if you decide to divorce?
No.
That's a good question.
I'm gonna answer for the ladies. No.
No. Well, shout out to y'all that sent the super chat. We appreciate you guys. The next topic that's been going viral is the Ashley Janae topic, the murder. Well, she passed away. If you don't know what's going on, we'll play this little clip to explain.
This morning, the growing mystery surrounding the death of an American influencer while she was vacationing in Tanzania with her fiance.
We just want the truth. We just want to know what happened.
The parents of Ashlee Robinson, known on social media as Ashley Janae, speaking with ABC Philadelphia station WPVI after learning their daughter died at a luxury resort in Zanzibar. It happened just days after celebrating her 31st birthday and getting engaged to her boyfriend, 45-year-old Joseph McCann.
She was happy. This is what she wanted. She was starting the next chapter of her life.
Robinson sharing the moment McCann popped the question with her more than 100,000 followers.
She FaceTimed me, showed me her ring. She's like, Papa, I'm happy.
But according to Zanzibar authorities, after hotel guests at the Zuri Hotel reported a romantic conflict between the couple on the night of April 8th, hotel management moved McCann to a separate room about a 10-minute walk away. Well, a few hours later, authorities say Robinson was found unresponsive in her room by hotel staff, appearing to have harmed herself.
I did receive a phone call from Joe. He was not really making sense, but he told me that Ashley did something to herself and that she was being taken to the hospital, and that he told me that she was stable.
After receiving treatment at 2 hospitals, Robinson declared dead on April 9th. Authorities say they're still questioning McCann and have confiscated his passport while they await the results of the medical examiner's report. McCann has not responded to ABC News' multiple requests for comment. No arrests have been made, and police previously told media outlets that McCann is not suspected of wrongdoing.
Everything he said just wasn't making sense.
And the State Department confirmed the death of an American in Zanzibar, but would not comment any further. As for Robinson's family, they insist that she was not suicidal. They're now demanding that security video from the resort, saying it could help them answer questions about what really happened.
So did Ashley Janae miss the red flags with her man?
That's so heartbreaking.
I don't think that I think that they had a fight, right? Or they had some type of physical altercation where it had to be broken up. But that doesn't mean that he did anything to her. She could have been so distraught that she hung herself over something breaking up. Like maybe he said, you know what, maybe this ain't working out, or what, you know, you say things in the heat of the moment. And he's an older guy, so he know how to push those buttons. And
I agree.
She might have hung herself.
Everything is not a conspiracy, Black people. We let maybe this happened. Like, she could have literally, you know, self-deleted herself. That is so plausible. I don't understand why so this big hurrah as to why she couldn't just have done that, but that's still plausible.
Because the guy is white, so we want to say that he killed this poor Black girl, but damn, the legs on her, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, you ain't lying, Shampoo.
God damn.
I think when it comes to can we say that when people like delete themselves, I've known 3 people who've done it, and before they did it, like you couldn't tell, like you like you never really know what's going on in people's heads. So she could,
because the mother said she wasn't suicide. That doesn't.
You can't tell. You can't tell. Like that didn't make no sense to me. So I don't know what this lady did. I really hope this man didn't do that to her. I really hope she did. I don't know. I don't know. That's a sad story, man.
I just want to say, and I might have said this before, and I'm you know, I'm proud of it, but I'm not. But I am. That a girl tried to commit suicide when I broke up with her. She took a lot of pills, went to the hospital. Before I was bragging, I made a bitch kill herself. I'm sure her mother and father was mad at me, but in my mind, I said, "Damn, I'm all that." You know?
So I guess the question would be: this guy looks
like a badge of honor.
It was at a luxury resort, so there should be some camera footage of the guy going to the room, since they were split up into different rooms. And if there's not footage of that, or if there's footage of him leaving his room and going to her room, and then that's the moment that they found out she was dead, that means he didn't do it. It's a luxury resort, so it should be cameras there.
Well, they said that they don't suspect him of any wrongdoing.
So what about him not contacting her family till 11 hours later?
He could have been scared.
And then he's not responding to them at all now.
Can I say something about that? What if, and I'm not joking, I'm being so cruel. If she's dead and he don't know her code to her phone and he don't got her parents' number in her phone, how he gonna call them?
That could be true.
I'm being so for real because I don't got my wife's parents' number in my phone.
No, okay. So if he called her 11 hours later,
that's a fair point.
No. But the question is, why isn't he communicating with them after the fact? So
I'm just throwing it out
there. They were married. He would have their phone number.
They're not married. They were boyfriend and girlfriend. A year and a half. Got engaged. It was her birthday weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's
have a number. I got my wife.
11 hours later, and then hasn't said anything after, and it's been almost.
Well, his lawyer probably said don't.
Maybe it's legal. Yeah, exactly. Maybe it's legal advice that is for legally. You can't really say anything because whatever you say can be used to you with.
Because he just had a fight with her. Yeah. He just had a fight with her, so it looks like he might be involved in it. It's just like that. It's just like that Republican senator like they always say, the staffer that he had an affair with set herself on fire. Like that's his fault. They always put that in there. Like he's to blame that she set herself on fire and committed suicide over him. That's
maybe this
not
girl,
his fault.
maybe this girl found out something, and that's why they started having their little dispute. And she got pushed into the other room, and maybe it was just too much for her to handle, and maybe she really did off herself.
That's what I think happened. Sadly, beautiful woman, man. Jesus.
So I know Ashley from Clubhouse.
Right? Okay.
From season 1. And when
because for her to go with an older guy like that, she was deeply in love with him, and something happened that night that made that had her in despair to the point where she took her own life.
I mean, as y'all said, we don't know when these rich people be killing themselves. We don't know what they're going through, right? It just sounds just very weird.
Why would he hang her? Like he
I think
gonna kill her and hang her?
But the autopsy showed. Well, this is what the autopsy showed, that she had strangulation marks around her neck.
Yeah, he probably was trying to choke her.
Strangulation marks.
Here's
Its context behind that though is strangulation marks could mean the marks from you being hung. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that somebody put their hands around your neck. Strangulation just means that you died by like suffocation and stuff like. I actually went and researched it and looked it up. That doesn't necessarily mean that somebody strangled you. It just means that you suffocated by way of, you could have strangled yourself by hanging yourself.
Like obstruction.
I think there's 3 different possibilities. I think I don't know if you guys heard, but Tanzania, over 50% of the female population in Tanzania has reported some sort of crime against women. So not too long ago, there was a woman who solo traveled, or I think she brought a friend with her to a hotel and reported getting drugged and beaten while coming from a club from just a random stranger. So that's one possibility. When she split up from her partner, one of the Tanzanian locals could have caused her harm. That's one possibility. Another possibility is her partner could have done it. Usually that's the first suspect when there's any sort of homicidal case within partners. They're always looking at the partner first. And then the last one is just, I think the stats are, and I could be wrong, but I think as of 2023, it's about 3.5 women, Black women and non-Hispanic women commit suicide out of every 100,000 people. So out of every 100,000 Black and non-Hispanic women commit suicide, that's an option. I mean, it's sad and it's unfortunate. I'm sorry for the family, prayers out to them. But there's several different scenarios that could have taken place, and only time will tell. But those are the 3 that I think could have happened.
I don't think he strangled her, because if he did, they should have found his fingerprints around her neck, since they found strangulation marks. So if they didn't find his fingerprints around her neck, then it's probably not a strangulation.
I
could strangle you with gloves on, bro.
I don't think
true. The microphones, you're right.
Could have paid them off.
I don't think it was him.
I could strangle you with a belt. I could strangle you. There's a lot of ways I could strangle you, but
His DNA would be on her regardless because they're partners and they were getting engaged. So that wouldn't be credible.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was him because number one, most of the time at these high-end resorts, they have cameras everywhere. The second thing is they still are saying that he's not a suspect.
Yeah.
They just saying that they removed his passport until they continue their investigation. And more importantly, honestly, I think that it more than likely, if I was to rank at the top, I think that them being separated made her more vulnerable to whatever happens on in those places that's outside of the United States of America.
Yeah, because
so you don't think she did it to herself?
Irregardless,
I don't think she did it to herself. I don't think he did it to her. I believe that something happened to her as a result of them being separated. And I also know that those countries and those places that depend on tourism don't want to have a reputation, and they don't want to paint the picture that it's not safe to be there. And so a lot of times they withhold the real result of what happens, especially if you're not from there, because they don't want people to not travel there and think that it's not safe.
But
I believe that it was something. If something happened to her, it was from somebody else outside of that.
But some of the governments there overseas are corrupt. So let's say if he did it, he could have definitely paid them off.
And it could have been somebody that was upset at her for being with that white man.
Yeah.
But what would be the motive if it was him? Because he seemed pretty well off if he's at this resort and she's a social media influencer. She's not going to date no bum. Like, what would be the motive to like risk your whole life? Like,
I mean, the OnlyFans white chick stabbed the black dude.
If it was him, the resort would say it was him immediately. And you can't tell me that they don't know what goes on at those resorts.
Money talks.
Because it'd be cameras everywhere. That's number one. It'd be cameras everywhere on those resorts. Number two, why would they want that level of visibility? Like, I would rather throw him under the bus and have him take responsibility than it be the responsibility of us keeping her safe on our resort.
Because now people won't come. People won't be tourists no more. Yeah,
but we need tourism.
I don't think that's true. People are gonna go regardless. One person died. That doesn't mean nothing.
Well, no, people
you
go regardless.
About DR and the alcohol, and people still go to DR.
They go to DR as a country. That's a whole country, though. They not gonna go over to that resort.
Yeah,
I don't think people are even caring.
Well, not even just the resort.
Do y'all even know the resort name? Y'all probably don't.
But then they say it in the clip. It could just be the whole area.
Are you gonna remember? Oh, when I go to Tanzania in 5 years, let me not go to this resort because a black woman died 5 years ago. You're not gonna remember. Like,
it's not about
where was she found? Was she strangled by the ceiling fan or strangled by the doorknob? What? Where was she found at?
When I go to a different country, even if it's Mexico, I'm always that's the first thing that I research is to make sure that the area is safe. and that's a place that I can actually go to. And ain't like traveling in the United States of America. It's different traveling outside the country. And unless it's Canada, because I just don't. I'm not afraid of no fucking Canadian. That's just the way that it is. Like, I'm not worried about a Canadian. Me and Canadians, we could just get it in. And maybe it's just because Canada is literally right across the street, and I could see it. You know what I'm saying, from the place that I'm at. So we don't look at Canada the same way. We look at it as an extension of the United States. If it ain't Canada, then I'm always researching to find out what the hell is going on.
And I'm staying on the resort too.
Wait, so
there's certain parts you can go to.
Y'all gonna not go to that resort?
You said what happened?
Because if they have one murder at the resort, y'all not gonna go?
No, I'm not.
I ain't going there with no murder.
If they have a murder at the resort. A murder.
No, they shoot up restaurants. They go.
A murder.
But think about that though. So it's not like the resort. It's like the area.
People will still go.
No,
People will still go. The tickets are going to be 75% off.
People are not going to know someone died 5 years ago. Let me look at the crime rate at Aria in Las Vegas.
Wait. Aria in Las Vegas is different than a resort in a different country. You're going to a resort in a different country if it's a murder?
No, but how are you knowing? How am I knowing if I'm planning a trip to DR? How am I knowing they had a murder? Or am I going to? Oh, let me look up this hotel to see if they have any murder.
Well, you're not going to see,
because it's going to be.
Going to tell you
that's because it. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I've been following this Shanquilla Robinson story.
She died in Mexico.
Correct.
That one.
I've been following it for a long time. And I've been paying attention to what's going on. That resort is literally trying to shed the reputation of what happened with her death. They are suffering significantly at that resort because she died and nobody was held accountable for her death at that resort.
I thought she was in an Airbnb.
Because probably people thinking that is the staff, one of the staff people. So they ain't gonna, people not gonna go.
That entire area, it got bad visibility. That entire area got bad visibility because she died, and nobody was held accountable for it.
You could travel to Mexico, but only certain parts of it. Like, even if you don't know where specifically, what resorts not to go to, people would tell you, if you go there, go to this city, not that city. Is like it,
like when I went to damn, I need to call Rita and find out what it is. Anywhere that we go, I gotta look at the hotel. I gotta see what's going on. I gotta see the area. I gotta see what you can and can't do. Is it a touristy area? What the fuck is going on? Because if it's different than that, then I know that I gotta make some additional adjustments to make sure that we safe over there.
So I understand
even if you go off the area that's not as touristy, I know that I got to make some accommodations to make sure that we safe because I don't know what the fuck is going on out there.
And even if you're traveling to a foreign country, I think the avid traveler is going to go on the U.S. Embassy site or that country's site to see where the U.S. Embassy is. Just consider the level 4 locations that you shouldn't go to. And since this has so much high visibility, like Anton said, obviously no one's going to go there. It's most likely shut down so they can gather evidence and retrace what happened. So that makes sense.
I'm going to say this, the whole giraffe, my timeline, now I'm seeing more women post the same content at that resort. I don't know, because I looked at one video. Now I'm seeing that is a popular, wherever they was at, that is a popular place. But I don't think people are, let me go overseas and see if there was any crime before I go there. They're looking at reviews, right? I don't really see people really doing that.
Well, I wouldn't buy a house if somebody got murdered in it.
So that's understandable, but there's resorts, there's websites you can see where the crime is, the pinpoint in different locations. But for trips, when is the last time you guys went on a trip and say, hey, before I stay at this Marriott, let me see if anybody died there?
Puerto Rico.
2024, Mexico.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Well, not died there, but you definitely need to.
I don't go to in Puerto Rico.
You definitely need to be aware of where you're going. Just like the girl a few weeks ago who went over to Dubai and got stuck over there because they started having that war over there. You got to be aware of where you're going.
I love that. I love when that happens.
I think the question she was asking was like, do you research? Yeah, I think she was asking, do you research?
Do you research?
Crime?
You know, there's like certain areas in California not to go. But if I'm going overseas to Mexico and I'm staying on the strip, the main Cancun strip, I'm not looking up, okay, let's see if something happened at this hotel.
You definitely should.
I agree. I think we're giving a lot of the tourists too much credit. I think
these tourists don't research nothing overseas.
Yeah. I think people
I don't know what y'all on.
And Anton, that's you. And I'm from DR. I think people assume that because you're in a tourist area, that automatically makes you safe, and that's not. It actually makes you. It actually makes you
more vulnerable. Going to the tourist.
It makes you a target. People in DR target tourists. They target Punta Cana. They target Puerto Plata. They target all of that. They see you.
I research different places that I go to in goddamn LA, bro.
Anton,
I research
you, but are normal people doing that? They don't
that's
even
LA though, Anton. That's
no,
LA.
But what I'm saying is it's everywhere. Like, it's everywhere. Like I plan on going to Memphis.
That's Memphis.
I call some. My point is it don't matter if it's in the U.S. It don't matter if it's out of the country. If I'm not familiar, listen. If I go to Vegas, Vegas is pretty standard, right? Like the Strip is the Strip. Downtown Vegas is downtown Vegas. Like a lot of the touristy areas is goddamn standard. If you stand in Manhattan, Manhattan is fucking Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go to Miami and you go and stay down in Brickell, or you go to Miami Beach, those is pretty standard places. When you're going to a place that you unfamiliar with, especially places that could possibly be like out of the country. And the way that I think about being out of the country is even worse because I don't have no control. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to move based off of they police, they laws, they shit. You go into a completely different place. When I was in Japan, I'm like, fuck, like I need to figure out, you know, what's going on over here, how they move, what their culture is, what places is to go.
But Anton, that is you. Take
but what your understanding is, maybe this is a black culture thing. White people research shit. Other cultures research shit. They go
customs
and
of
look
other
it up, and they
cultures.
say, matter of fact, not only do they research, they plan each day that they're going to be there, what they're going to do when they get there.
Yeah, they research when
Other
to
cultures,
party.
they actually go and look up shit, and they look at what's safe and what's not safe, and where you can go and where you can't go. Maybe y'all just go places and
Don't
y'all
do
just
that.
winging it and shit.
The
Other
responsible-
people research stuff.
The responsible traveler does their research. I research. It's not a black and white thing. It's not a man and woman thing. The responsible traveler does their research. That's
Well, I got a joy seeing them black people stuck up in Dubai when that war
Exactly.
started.
You don't know the culture.
I
Going,
loved it.
I don't know
research
too many. I don't know too many responsible travelers because a lot of people who travel literally don't even have the money if they get stuck in a situation. They just know. They're like,
That's crazy.
And that's unfortunate.
Maybe
If
that's
you traveling, you gotta have money.
Are
That's
y'all
crazy.
saying that y'all just go places and y'all?
Yeah,
don't
that's
look-
crazy.
Y'all
That's
don't look at
irresponsible.
it?
I'm not looking up murders. I didn't
Wait,
even-
hold on. Most
wait.
people are reading the
Hold on,
reviews.
Thank
They're
you.
not.
Y'all
So
just
you
be
go
showing
somewhere
up to
without the
places?
money to go there? Like you don't plan how much money you gonna need
No,
for the
that's
trip?
not my
You just-
point.
When I
Most
when
people
I
are
go
not
to a
looking up-
hotel in a different, if I go to a hotel,
That's irresponsible people.
if I go to a
crazy.
hotel in a
That's
different
crazy.
city in the US, I'm ranking the shit. When I sort it, I rank it based off of like the highest stars, proximity to downtown.
They can still have a murder at the
I
highest stars
actually
hotels.
go and research the shit and figure it out. I don't just show up and be like, all right, let me get this hotel.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to know if it got bed bugs. I want to know all of that shit.
Yeah.
So y'all just show up.
Well, I look at the hotel room and see if it's nice and all that, but I don't go into it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. People look at the reviews.
You look
They're
at the
not looking
reviews.
up time there.
You look at the reviews.
Exactly.
I gotta be honest.
Most people are looking at the reviews.
And I like to
wild.
lay out in
Y'all
the
are
sun. I
wild.
just want to know if it's gonna be sun like on that side of the hotel and all that. I look
Exactly.
at stuff like that.
Y'all crazy. I look at the exact. I go to the map and I look at the satellite
the
view.
satellite view, yeah.
I see everything around that hotel. Where what street goes where,
Satellite view.
where the back is, where the front is. I'm looking at all that.
I've done that with Airbnbs, and then pictures are deceiving. So the stuff
I
looks
don't
up.
even
The
stay
room
at
might
an
look good,
Airbnb
but then
out of the
the
country,
surrounding areas look like crackheads. Like so.
But I don't stay at an Airbnb outside of the country.
Yeah, I don't like Airbnb. I've never stayed in one. I never will. I don't.
Outside of the country, I'm not staying in no Airbnb.
Not me. I like hotels.
Yeah, give me a hotel all day
I
long.
love hotels, man. I don't like all that, whatever you
I
call
like
that.
resorts.
Airbnb.
Fuck
And I
that.
know it sounds kind of weird, but sometimes people actually go to those places because these tragedy places happen at. That's like a thing for some people.
Yeah.
Not everybody, but that's like a thing.
It's like a drug dealer.
People want to go to Pablo Escobar's house in Colombia, even though it's not a safe place, just because they want to
It's like,
say,
you know what? Y'all
Like,
just
that's the
convinced
thing.
me. Y'all just be winging this shit, and y'all just be showing up places. I can't do that. I don't move like that, bro.
Not me. Don't put me in the y'all, because I go right to the U.S. Embassy site and look right at the top and read all of the details in the caution box.
I just found out maybe like a month ago because they was telling me inside of my chat that it's a site that you can look up. And I don't know if it was like an actual government site or what, and it tells you, whether or not it's safe to travel to at that particular time based off of the U.S. recommendations, the government recommendations. Like it'll let you know all of these things because it's actually monitoring what's happening inside of that country and if it's safe or if it's a possibility that something may pop off and it's difficulty getting you out. I forgot what the name of that site was. Chad, if y'all remember what that was, what y'all told me inside of the on MMS, let me know what that is.
They had the 5 dangerous places to go, and Dominican Republic was on there, Jamaica. I was like, that's where everybody goes. Every place everybody goes was on that list.
Mexico.
Y'all don't be looking at what's happening on the news and shit and be like, you know what? Let me be a little bit more careful.
I don't think most people
No,
do.
we don't think that's gonna happen to
watching
us.
the news. They're
That's
watching
what people got
Instagram.
Ain't nobody watching the news.
Instagram, that shit is most of the
That
shit
is that is people's
They
news.
tell y'all on
That's why
Instagram.
most people are not
Or
researching.
X.
Instagram
Instagram
don't
or
give you
X.
an accurate picture. A lot of that shit is narrated and modified, and
But
it's
that's what
not
people
real.
use though. They on
They go
Instagram
on
and X.
TikTok. They go on
Yeah.
TikTok and get their
TikTok,
news.
yeah.
We
That's
got to
what
do
I'm telling
better,
you. Most
bro.
people aren't reviewing the crime
They're
history.
not. They were
So
still
y'all
mad.
pick the places that y'all gonna go and y'all get y'all news from Instagram,
Nah, I'm not Instagram.
IG.
No damn Instagram. I get my news from the news. The news on my phone. I got
That's
an app with all
crazy.
kind of news stuff on my phone.
So y'all get y'all news from the shade room.
These people do.
This is insane, bro.
And some people don't travel as much as you got to realize. Not a lot of people are traveling. Not a lot of people even got passports.
Nah,
So,
Q, you travel way too much to be acting like this.
okay, me, yes, but I'm very particular in where I stay at. So I do research, but not the crime part. I'm looking at reviews. I'm looking, but I've never been like, okay, let me look up the crime. I'm at like expensive resorts. But if I knew someone died there, I wouldn't know that because I'm not researching that. I don't research that. So
You should at least check out the area. Like, what if you just happen to step foot off that resort?
I
You need to know if
someone
you're
can
going.
die at Secrets. Are you still not going to go to Secrets? Like,
No, I'm not going to Secrets.
oh, okay.
I don't even like Secrets.
What's that?
Secrets.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Secrets. I don't even like real secrets in real life.
What is Secret?
It's a resort.
It don't even sound
hotel
like
branch.
a cool place to go to. It sounds like a sex.
But
tourism
y'all go to
place.
Marriott, so it's like a murder could happen in a Marriott.
I don't care
No,
where
I go
just-
to. I have I get my points on Marriott, but it doesn't mean that I'm gonna stay at the Marriott hotel that got a murder at it. I'm gonna go to the Marriott site. I'm gonna sort based off of the, whatever it is. I'm also going to look at the map and see what's happening in that area. I'm still
Okay.
going to research the area that I stay at, and I'm going to usually stay at a Marriott hotel. Now they got different hotels. They got
Okay, but
the
we're
Ritz.
making.
Hold on, they got the Ritz. They got autograph collection hotels. Then they got the second tier and all of that type of stuff. So just because you stay at a Marriott brand hotel does not mean that you're staying at a murder site.
No, I get that, but we're making it seem like murders don't happen at nice hotels and nice areas, and shootings don't happen in nice
But I
areas.
need to know if the murder was like, if it's like
In the last 6
people
months.
in the area
Oh,
kidnapping
so last 6
motherfuckers
months. So
and
if it was a year,
murdering
you
them.
don't care.
You said what happened?
So he said if it was the last 6 months. So if it was a year, you still would stay there, right, Soulfist?
I was being
No.
facetious.
There are
that's-
places.
yeah.
There are places.
No hotel
that
I
you
was
can
a
go
murder
to.
at.
There's places that you go to inside of these countries that have a reputation for drugging people, or they have a reputation for the person at the bar that'll spike somebody drink and then motherfuckers be getting kidnapped, or women regularly mysteriously get disappear, or they wake
Houston
up
has sex
delirious and
trafficking,
shit.
and people still go out on the weekends.
My point is that if I find that out, I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm good.
You know why I say that? Because one place can get shot up here in Houston, and people will be there the next week. So I know
If
for
y'all
sure
feel-
people are
if
not
y'all
caring about
justifying
that.
the fact that y'all just want to do what y'all want to do, that's cool.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you, these
But I'm
people
about
are not
safety.
looking that up.
And you know what else I think is probably a factor though, Q, honestly, and this is like really just being objective. I got a family to look after, and I got people that I have to get back to. I can't even take the risk of a possibility of something happening to anybody on my watch.
Yeah.
I have to be 100% on top of anything that happens. Even when we have a meetup, I'm very vigilant about where we have the meetup, where we stay, if the area is safe, where the majority of the people gonna stay at a hotel, all of that stuff, because I don't want anything to happen to anybody. So I'm very careful and meticulous about researching and finding out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
I can't just show up and think that it's cool.
Yeah, no, that's part you, but I'm saying I don't think most people are doing that when they travel. Like, I don't think so. What's the girl that went out? I think she was in Jamaica and ended up leaving with a drug lord, and she ended up dying. Like,
You're making my point.
Wait, what?
Well, she
You
got
literally are making my point.
No, my point is people are not looking in depth regarding that. Like, they're
We
not
should
caring.
my point is that we should.
Okay, so that's not my point. My point, you're right. Yes, I agree with you. My point is that most people aren't doing that. These people are like, oh, I'm going to Jamaica for the first time. They're all so happy because they're actually going out the country.
And then some guy, some Jamaican dude with dreads is paying attention to them.
Exactly.
And he's from the island, and I can show you around the island, and then you chop their head off like a
And they don't know the customs of Dubai. They want to curse. What's that? You did that thing, Anton, where the lady was cursing out and she got locked up in Dubai. He's not searching up the customs of.
Yeah, I ain't going to no Dubai.
Yeah, but she should have knew that though. That's the Middle East, bro. Like, I mean,
No, some people don't know that. These people don't leave their cities. You can't assume.
Some people don't know that. Some people don't. A lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people who are American tourists,
They don't. They're
that's just. I don't know if I believe that. I don't think there's any American you could ask if women have rights in the Middle East. They'll be like, I didn't know that. I can't wrap my head around that. I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah, but I think the tourists get some grace over in those places. Like, if
you follow their laws, and
you are marked. Come to my island looking like a statesider. You are marked.
Well, now with what's going on, if you're American going over there, you better, just go over there with a T-shirt saying "I hate Trump." That's
if y'all are telling me that people don't do their research when they go places for their own safety, I also have a hard time believing that people do their research of what's in their best interest here in America. And I'm not even just talking about traveling; I'm talking about in general. If people don't even take, because there's some stuff that I'm just like, I'm on much higher alert because I'm at a disadvantage. If I'm somewhere in the United States of America, regardless, I know that I can figure it out. I can always get back to the crib easily. I can always jump in the car. I can rent a car. I have more control over what happens to me and my fate and my destiny. When I go outside of the country, I have less control because I'm not a citizen there. So I'm automatically on much higher alert. Like when I go out of the country, I don't even rent a car. I refuse to rent a car when I go outside of the country because I don't want to be in a position to where I'm responsible for what happens on their roads, especially even in some of these countries where you got to drive on the opposite side of the road and all of that. I stay out of that shit. So I'm already planning and figuring out, all right, so listen, we ain't going to be driving. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Whether we got to get a security or driver or whatever, so on and so forth. I'm already mapping that out and I'm already planning that out. But I know that if people are getting their news from Instagram or if they just winging it there, they don't give a fuck about what's happening here. Because you don't switch it up just because we going out of town. Like, I know that people ain't informed. They not doing their research. They not really paying attention to what's going on. And they just winging it every day. Every day they just figuring it out.
They're looking for a good time, a little fun time. They not
at my safety. Like we're supposed to become more mature as we get older, though. We're not supposed to still be doing the same shit we was doing in our 20s. Because life is like we got more to lose and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn right. Shit. I watch where I step. Shit, I used to jump off the curb. Now I'm like
because I might have been in crash out mode or not. Like I think about some of the shit, some of the hoods that we done went and visited. Even when we was in Jamaica, when I was in my 20s, and I was like, man, the fuck was I thinking?
You used to go to the clubs in Jamaica.
Yeah, or when you was in Ochos Rios, and we was in like some real fucking hoods, and even got threatened one time. And I was like, and I think back on that shit, like, man, I would never do no junk like that today. Because I know better, and I'm supposed to be wiser.
Mm-hmm. Well, some people don't get wiser. Some people say, "Yo, I'm living today. I don't give a fuck about tomorrow."
They don't have because these people don't have. Some people don't have nothing to lose. That's why they don't care.
Like, and my man's, I won't even travel with that nigga after that because he was kind of talking shit back, like. And I'm like, and I think back on it, like, damn, we could have really been in some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hate when people challenge the cops. That shit crazy. I know a lot of people that do that shit. Look at that guy that was selling the cigarettes. What's his name? He could have saved his own life. I can't think of that guy's name. Famous that got killed. Up in New York.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
What's the guy's name?
It was just some it was a video going around. I saw it maybe 2 days ago. Some lady arguing with the cop. The cop gave her the ticket, but she didn't want to take it, so he just dropped it in the car. She threw it out the window, and then the cop just took it from there. Started, trying to take her out the car. She fighting with the cop and her son over here in the passenger seat, going crazy.
I saw it.
Like telling the mom to chill out and stuff, but she just taking it to 1,000.
Just take that ticket, girl. You know you was doing something wrong. If you didn't do something wrong, fight that in court.
Yeah, exactly. Only try to fight in the street. Take it to court. Easy victory in court.
And Q noticed, like, I'm very vigilant about women being a certain way when they with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm responsible for you. And I won't I won't allow for certain things to play out or for certain things to happen. Because while you on my watch, like, I got to get you back home in one piece. Mm-hmm. And so I just move different.
Crazy.
I run a very strict program.
Anton,
I literally just had this conversation like 2 days ago.
Seriously, I run a strict program. Yeah. Like if you rolling with me in any capacity,
let me know when you make it home.
I am very vigilant when it comes to the people that's with me because I can't have nothing happen to nobody on my watch. I just don't play that game, bro.
But prime example, Anton, Shaquille, that was her friends, her so-called friends. But
here's the thing: I don't allow. Even with my own daughter, I'm vetting who the fuck you going with, what you around,
friends are.
who you hanging with, what friends you got. You can't have
phone numbers.
No,
phone numbers. I'm big on the phone numbers.
I don't fuck up. Like, I'm not messing around with nothing. I don't take no risks when it comes to mines and the people that I'm responsible for.
But do you think most people are moving in that way?
They should be, because anytime.
No, that's not my question. It's not a shoulda, woulda. Are most people
I think that most
that
people
way?
from other cultures do. Some people from our culture do. And I think that
probably most not people, most.
I think that this is the reason, and I'm gonna bring it back to the Relationship Wednesdays. This is the reason why I think that most women need a man that's over them. This is why I think most women need a man that's over them. I don't believe that women I think that just because they've survived and they've gotten through it, they think that it's justified and it's okay to do. I think that women don't inherently pay attention to the things that men see. And they think that we overprotective when we just aware. We just know, we see certain shit, and women just be bouncing around and doing shit, and they don't be paying attention as much as men. This is why I think that women need a man that's over them 100%. Whether it's a father, whether it's a friend, or whether it's a companion, women need men over them because they don't even know. They have no fucking clue, man. No clue. It be danger right there in front of them, and niggas be plotting, and they be like, no big of a deal. And you be thinking to myself, girl, you could have been gone tomorrow. You don't even know. They just bounce around. They just be winging it and all of that stuff. And I just be like, girl, you crazy. You don't even know what could have happened to you.
Oblivious is the word you're looking for.
Women go home with niggas on the same night. That shit shouldn't be flying in 2026. You don't know this nigga?
That's why I said when people are not doing they're checking when it comes to stuff. That's my point. Like,
I think you just proved your point, Anton.
That was my point. Most people ain't doing that. Women get a free meal. Oh, let me go with him. Oh, woman has a fat butt. Oh, let me take her somewhere. Let me fly her out. You don't even know this girl. You don't know if she even steals.
But you know her ass is fat.
Exactly. Might not even be real. Is that a man? It might be a man. You don't even know.
You know, I remember that it's that one chick. I did a video on it, a review video, and it was a woman that went out, and it was this tall white guy. And he wound up like being this serial killer.
See?
And I know some of y'all remember that's in the chat. And he wound up, the only reason that they was able to catch the dude, I forgot what it was. It was this black girl, and it was somehow somebody said something, but he was used to taking the chicks, taking them to the crib, same night, chop her up, dragged her out to the lake. Seriously, and it was a thing.
So Jeffrey Dahmer.
Y'all remember it was like a month. You remember that? He killed her at his house.
I remember.
And then
he drove
her car, burnt her car up, and she wasn't the only one. That's just the first person that he got caught with.
This is recent.
Burned her car up. Yeah.
I wonder how he got caught.
Burned her car up. Dragged her body out. Chopped her up. It happens every day, man. I'm telling y'all, bro. There's people that go missing and people that die every day.
Every day.
And y'all just be winging it.
Yeah.
It was in Wisconsin. Yep.
That's why I said these people aren't doing that.
I was watching some podcast and they was talking about religion and they was like, yeah, God. One of the guys was like, well, why don't God get rid of the devil? Why don't God get rid of all of that stuff? And they said, oh, no, he uses them as tools to test people. And I was like, they was kind of making sense when they were saying shit like that. It was making sense to me.
I don't know about that one right there. So.
I mean, I don't know either, but I'm just saying it kind of made sense. I never heard nobody explain it like that.
Yeah, but
I better be careful.
They're not going to be careful. People are going to continue doing them. People are not researching these people. The places y'all live, do y'all research the pedos in y'all's community?
Yeah, I live in LA. What you think?
I'll tell you what, I'll be honest.
Now, how many pedophiles live in your area?
I'm gonna be honest. I never did, but like my wife did, and she told me to start doing that. So like, yeah.
Yeah, but some of us on this panel could be one.
That's a fact. We don't know none of y'all.
One of us could be a pedophile. We don't know.
In my area, you get a notification. if there is anyone within a certain mile radius, you normally
it could be Sarah Dell.
What do you get a notification?
Oh, hell no, bro. Yeah. Don't put that shit on me.
Hold on. Serenity, what do you get a notification on?
You get a notification of criminals that are within a specific mile radius.
No. Is it like an app? Is what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like an Amber Alert?
You have the apps, but I also get one in the mail.
That's crazy.
Is that for your county? Oh, you're in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
You really look up all of that stuff?
No, she gets a notification.
In the mail,
That's kind of dope. Oh, you signed up for it?
No, it just started coming to me. I never signed up for anything like that.
See, I like that. I think that's needed.
Yeah, that's dope.
No.
That's an invasion of privacy.
We gotta know the pedos. I definitely look at where I stay. Let me see where the pedos.
I didn't say no to that.
If y'all don't want to research, y'all should just be subjected to anything.
That's not what I was saying. Most people don't research.
I don't want to know where the pedophiles are.
No,
I just want to just live there. I don't want to know.
You don't want to research. I think you should just get
whatever.
I think you should get whatever comes to you.
Kiki.
I
think everything should be opt-in.
If you're buying a house or something, you should know about that.
You need to do your research.
I don't think it matters if you buying a house or wherever you live in. You should 100% do your research on your neighborhood
and go there at night to see how the nightlife is around that house.
Yeah, I don't know about all of that, but
don't just go in the daytime when it's pretty. The real estate guy, it's beautiful out here. Come at night.
If you see white women walking their dogs at night, you in a safe neighborhood.
Oh yeah. If you see some niggas eating ribs, you in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah. Facts, bro. That's the truth.
You
hear a lot of
Oh yeah, now.
Oh no! Oh, hell no!
You see,
Jess don't research either.
Just mad at you.
I just wanted to see if she was paying attention.
I'm actually researching stuff now.
I just wanted to see if she was paying attention. That's all.
Actually researching stuff now.
Just sassy as fuck.
And I got my laptop out, so she wasn't
Jess is sassy as hell.
I know. You know what she needs, Anton. You know what she need, right?
And nice.
I don't know what she mean.
I know what she need.
Some crab legs.
Nah, I know what you need. Yeah, crab leg. You need
the same thing to me.
Oh my god!
You need a big fat leg in you.
Jesus.
You know how to fix you up, Jessica. Big log.
Lord of mercy.
How to fix you up? you come on this motherfucking shit. Damn that feminist shit. I had to bake in some baking powders. I had to bake.
Using this.
I had to bathe in some. This shit is sore.
Let me get these super chats and let y'all go. Mark, Mark Tax Coach says, when did marriage become a retirement for women, especially if there's no children involved yet? Mark again says, I agree with Q. Some of you live in a neighborhood where people are killed more than once a year. Dang, you okay? You choking?
They got him.
See, that's why God don't like ugly.
I just thought of you with a log in you.
V1P3ROPS says, I travel full time as a DoD contractor. I have to check in with the U.S. Embassy when I travel overseas for work. The State Department website tells you about regional locations when you travel and how to contact them when there. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to y'all that showed up on this Wednesday evening. Anybody else got something to say before we head out?
Thank you so much for having me. This is awesome to be here.
Carmen, you like crumble or you like insomnia?
I can't tell me. What does that mean?
The cookie place.
Oh, crumble.
Yeah.
I like
Even though there's an insomnia cookies near me, but I like crumble cookies.
I like Edmonds.
Who?
Edmonds cookies.
Oh, them the old people cookies.
It sound like
Yeah, them little ones, the little chocolate chip cookies.
it sound like I'm like, huh?
You
Them the old
bend
people
them.
cookies.
You can bend them shits into a ball.
That's all we don't know what they are, y'all. Them old
Yeah,
people
we're like, huh?
They be
No,
all,
I don't know what that is.
after the third day, they be stuck together.
Oh, that type of cookie. Mhm.
Like a sheet of cookies.
Hey, I thought the old people ate fig Newtons.
I ain't that old.
Y'all know
yet.
the cookies.
Damn.
You know the Hispanic people cookies. The
No,
ones
we
that
eat,
come in
you know, we eat too Lorna Doones.
I like the cookies that come in that blue tin. Do y'all know, like the ones?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the circle one.
Oh
Yeah, the Danish cookies.
All the Hispanic people be having that, even though
Yeah.
the tin that. And then we keep
And
the
then
tin
after that,
and put other stuff in it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the ones that
I
like.
love Fig Newtons, bro.
Yeah, I ain't that
Oh,
old.
them old people cookies too, Anton.
I like Fig Newtons. Fig Newtons
Them
is
old
solid.
people cookies.
I think
Yeah,
Yellow
'cause they
Wafers
soft.
is for old people cookies, bro.
Oh my God, I haven't had those.
So wait a
that's
minute.
what I
The
said,
harder
like-
the cookie, the less old you got to be to eat them.
That's kind of true though.
Nah,
That's kind of fact.
Nah, not necessarily, but Fig Newtons though. Who eat Fig
What's
Newtons?
wrong with Fig Newtons?
So you keeping them in business?
You can't tell me you actually
I
like how they
them.
taste.
I like the grandma's cookies, the one in the blue pack.
Yeah,
They don't
grandma's
taste the same.
hit.
Grandma.
The
Oh, yeah.
one in
yeah.
the blue pack is the pie. Is pop, not the minis, but the regular circle grandma's cookies.
Yeah, the peanut butter ones.
I like the chocolate
No,
chip
you
cookies.
talking about like the orange pack.
Yeah.
Nah, you got to get the blue pack. The blue pack is the original.
Okay.
And then I like the CVS cookies. They got like these I don't know, it's a CVS brand, whatever them. No, they be having the Maker's Mark or whatever the fuck them the CVS brand is.
Great Value or whatever the hell.
That's
I don't
Walmart.
know. Yeah, it's the CVS brand. It's like these CVS brand cookies. They're good as fuck.
I like them chocolate chip cookies, and they come in 3 in the brown pack.
Get the Girl Scout cookies.
Maybe
Thin
the
Mint.
Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah,
Mint.
Girl Scout cookies.
Thin
I like the
Mint.
mint
I
ones.
love
I don't
Thin
like the
Mints.
mint ones. I hate
Them
that.
little
mint.
Nah, you gotta
coconut
get-
Now
ones
you
put
gotta
it in
get-
the freezer for a little bit.
You gotta get some Samoas.
Yeah, the
I don't like
coconut
Samoas.
ones.
I don't like
Them ones
coconut.
hit
I don't like
every
coconut.
time.
You gotta get some Samoas, and you gotta get the Thin Mints, and then you got to get the other joints.
Oh, I don't like
It's some other ones that's really good too.
I like Reese's Buttercups and popcorn. Like that shit mixing up in your mouth.
What about like
Actually, yo, you be eating that shit at the movies, and then when the lights come on, you got a lap full of pop.
Jess, you see what you started, Jess. You see what you started. The cookie
Golden Emblem, yes, y'all got them. They call it Golden Emblem. That's the name of the CVS brand.
What about the lemon cookies though? You eat those lemon Oreos? You eat those?
Mm-mm.
Lemon Oreos.
That sounds
Yeah.
good.
I know.
You talking about the
Like
yellow
lemon
Oreos?
Oreos?
Yeah,
But you
it's
gotta
like
get
with
the
the lemon
thin
filling.
ones.
The thin ones?
Get the thin ones. They
Okay.
better.
Oh, y'all talking about?
Nah, you can get the Chips Ahoy ones.
I'm gonna tell you some. I'm gonna tell you some old people. I'm gonna tell you
I'm
some
gonna write
old
this down. Put me on.
sharp cheese on hot apple pie.
This one?
Mm.
These
Lord.
are really good, y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
These Oreos.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
those
get
are
on my
good.
wife. She
Those
gonna
are
love
Not
good.
that.
lemon though. I don't know where you got the lemon.
Those
part.
are
Damn, them
good.
thin ones. I want them big
Yeah,
fat
Q,
ones.
try the lemon ones.
No, the best cookies,
I like them.
honestly, is like the homemade ones, the ones that you get them in the dough.
Oh yeah,
And
on
then
the
then
roll,
you-
the roll.
Yeah, you get them in the dough,
Pillsbury
and then
one?
you
I got some of those too.
and then you actually throw them in the oven.
Hey, I'm about to test y'all age with this one. Who remember ginger snaps?
Oh, that was
I
a
remember
good
ginger
snack.
snaps.
I don't
But you
like
know what?
them.
As I got older,
Yeah, they good in milk though.
they didn't taste
Yeah,
good.
put them
as I
in
got
milk.
older, though.
The best thing is Captain Crunch. I used to do Captain Crunch and put it in the microwave. Oh my god. That used to turn to a ball, like a ball. I
That
loved
sounds
it.
nasty.
That's a struggle meal, man.
I like soft cereal, like cornflakes. I like it when it gets soggy.
It sounds like some
Yeah,
shit
that
from
sound like
the
yeah,
jail
some
meal.
No,
oatmeal.
you know
oatmeal.
what?
Get
The
oatmeal.
I love oatmeal. I eat
Archway
that every
cookies
morning.
is good too.
I eat oatmeal all the time.
Yeah, somebody said that in the chat. The Archway cookies is good too.
Yeah, that's why my doodle is
The
nice.
lemon archway.
I have nice doodle.
This man's crazy, yo.
Yesterday it was shredded up. Yesterday it was shredded up. It looked like brown paper shreds.
No.
Nobody said oatmeal pie.
Why you
I
shaking
don't
your
like
head,
it.
Serenity?
Oh yeah, oatmeal pies. That's OG on me.
Nobody said oatmeal pies. My husband loves oatmeal pies. The
I'm
Debbie,
wrong with my
little Debbie
colon.
oatmeal cake. Yeah, he loves that.
Yo, I had to wipe for about a half hour.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yo.
Anyways, anybody? I do want to say I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for joining the panel. If you are interested in joining the panel, ladies, hit me up. Put panel in the DMs. Anybody else got something to say before we get up out of here?
Thanks for adding me on, and hopefully I can come back on with y'all.
Absolutely.
I would love to be invited again. This is awesome. Thank you for the opportunity.
Hold on. Because I feel like Serenity is like
Yeah. She needs something too, Anton. She needs something too. She needs something.
It's like I don't know.
Nah,
I don't know. I'll figure that shit out.
She's scary. Like she make you scared if you're
No, man. Like she got this presentation and it's
like a shell.
Don't worry about it. I'll figure it out.
Oh, I know. I bet you will.
I mean, for real. I'm just in general. It's like
I think you already did. You're a
Really
smart
is.
guy, Anton. You already figured it out.
I don't know. This is the second time that you mentioned something of that nature.
Is it?
Yeah, and this is only my third stream, so I'm really curious to know what the situation is.
Yeah.
What's he talking about?
We'll figure it out.
You said the last stream, you said I was toxic.
That's different than what I said today.
I'm toxic? Shampoo? You think that?
I said Anton thinks you.
Okay.
I think that you have a lot of doors to get through to get to you. Like it's like you got to do a lot of work.
No, I don't think that's it.
I don't think anybody who's willing to sit and discuss dynamics in relationships is a toxic person, because a toxic person wouldn't even have the conversation.
That is definitely not true.
But that's my belief. I don't know. I'm like a hopeless romantic. I don't know. So.
Yeah,
you gotta simp back then. So
sometimes
I used to be a straight up simp. I'm not even gonna run for that. I used to be a straight up simp.
Yeah, sometimes you let that seep back into your life. You gotta let that seep back. You got
Don't be a simp, be a pimp.
You got ways about you that you keep going back to. You gotta let that shit go, bro.
But that's the real him, Anton. That's the real him.
Man. Happily married, love my
the
wife.
real him was before, Anton. The real him was before.
Nah, Serenity is kind of shit perplexed me a little bit, but I think I figured out what it is.
Well, I'm curious. Would you like to let the audience know before you close out the show? Because I'm curious.
No, we know.
Nah, no, hold it, AD.
I ain't dumb. I ain't crazy.
Hold it, bro. Hold it.
No, because I don't know what's going on. I mean, you guys invite me. I'm a pretty open book. I give my opinions. I think
No. Listen. I think that you're great for the show, great for the panel.
But you did that
No,
before.
it's no buts. I think that she's great for the show and great for the panel. And she's just good for the show.
Oh, okay.
I am always trying to figure people out, I guess, and trying to understand more about them individually. Like I got just observing people in general. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of throws me for a loop if it take me more than a show or two to try to figure something out. So that's all it is.
It's like a challenge.
If you have a question, you can just ask. I said
no, I mean, even asking a question, the answer that you present, okay, the answer that you're gonna present is gonna be different than what you want us to take from it, right? So there's always a presentation layer, especially with most women. And what happens is the real challenge for most men is trying to figure out what the difference is between what she's saying and what she really means, or what she's trying to present, right? And so that's the real dilemma a lot of times when you're having these conversations is, what is the presentation layer? And is that an accurate representation, what she's saying versus, who she really is.
Oh, so you saying
the easy thing to do is to take it at face value and say, okay, well, it's just a part of the show. It's all entertainment. And that's why I say, yep, you great for the show. It's good, whatever, so on and so forth. The other side of it, though, is who is this person? And it's, is it layers to it? Is it something that you peel back more or less like an onion? Or do you just take it at face value and just leave it at that? Again, the easy thing to do is just to take it at face value. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just.
So do you think she's authentic or sometimes? You think she's
No, I think that she's authentic. I just don't think that. I think that there's more layers and that, she has.
Is it worth peeling? Is it worth peeling these layers?
It depends on how much you want to know about a person. I don't think it's a bad thing. Let me make sure that we understand that it's not a bad thing or anything like that. It's just better understanding who the person is.
Critique.
It's just understanding the people. That's all.
That dark room.
So even if I was to ask her a question, right, and she was to tell me whatever the answer is, and I think Stan even understands this, right? If I was to ask her a question and she was to tell me what the answer is, sometimes you can communicate something that's more than what the answer is, even though that's what they're saying to you. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
It's amazing now. What is she thinking, Anton? What is she thinking right now? Let's guess.
I think that Serenity is focused. No. I'm gonna tell you what I think that she.
That fool, you killing it, bro.
Like this is fair. I think that she is focused on making sure that she stays in frame and give you the right presentation.
Yeah, see, but that's you trying to say she's phony though. You trying?
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm saying.
It sounds like you're saying.
I'm saying that she's smart and she stays in frame.
Yeah, but
there's always more to a person.
Yeah.
And you have to make them as comfortable as possible in order for them to show you the rest of it.
Yeah, but Anton, you're saying smart like cunning. You're not saying smart like.
No, you saying smart like cunning.
I took that as like.
I'm taking it from you as she's cunning, like she's like manipulative.
No, I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay. I got that wrong.
I think having class and decorum is like an awesome thing.
Let's sit this one out. So,
well, who says she has class? No, I didn't say that.
It's not that deep, y'all.
I don't know her like that.
It really
you can't say she has class. We don't know.
It's been a great panel, you guys. It's getting pretty late on this side of town. I hope you guys enjoy your night, and I hope to see you again next Wednesday.
She stays professional. She stays in frame,
and angry as a motherfucker.
She doesn't deviate away from the objective 100%. That's right.
Amen.
Smart. Very, very smart.
She got self-control.
Period. Thank y'all for joining the panel, though, tonight. Anybody else got something to say before we leave?
I got a lot of questions.
No.
Not tonight.
Appreciate you.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night.
Had a good time.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Ah.